back to Sorcery and Secrets with What Team Comp. I am your host, Uncommon Guru. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Shit, you
Good
caught
eye,
me in the
mate.
middle of a yawn. Bro, my voice is going, so shit, you still better off than I am. Hello.
Hopefully everyone feels alright, because we're about to get right into the game. So, let's start off with the recap. When last we left our group of adventurers, they have been searching around Red Reef Cove, with a bunch of different events occurring throughout, ranging from people attacking them in alleyways to a water spout that slammed into the side of the cliffside that they are currently on. During a few various investigations, they've discovered that there are people here who are quite shady, to the point that one of them, when following one such shady individual, witnessed them attempting to shoot and assassinate one marketplace individual. Quickly acting on the position that he had, he was able to, in one turn, just knock him out and be like, no, sleep, and currently has him in his possession. Meanwhile, one of the members, our dear Kenku boy Shuffle, has made his way to the bottom area, trying to discuss getting to the other side of the island, seeing more of what is going on with everything, as well as to try and get away from this place. Things are beginning to come to a boil, but where they will go, let's find out. So,
hey Guru, first
yes.
things first, can I say something?
Yes, you may say something.
Shuffles can be just writing a letter to the Dockmaster guy just saying, I don't need your people.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. Hold on, I'm reading the chat real quick. In his position, you mean kidnapped. Whose position did I mention?
The guy that we knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been apprehended by the not police.
He's a cop. Come on.
Oh my god.
That was a classic steak. What was it? When the cops just wait? Stakeout. That was a classic. Except,
You just sound so tired.
He is convinced he is not a
Yeah.
cop, but everyone else is convinced he is a cop. So, just the usual.
It's semantics, it's fine.
I love how even the people in the chat are just like, right. So, we'll start with Alex first. You just saw Shuffle's familiar, who has been on your shoulder most of the time, just disappear.
What time is it right now?
It's in the afternoon.
It
was like-
what, 5, 6, 3?
1:30. I thought it was 1:30 last time. I might be wrong.
You're right.
It was
It's closer
1:30
to
when the
2.
guy got shot, I thought.
2 to 3, because it took him half an hour to get back to the to the.
Oh.
back. Welcome back.
If he's still not back by the time it gets dark, she'll go out to look for him. Right now, she's got to see what the fuck Nostra and Tenebris are doing this.
Okay.
Unfortunate assassin.
Oh shit! Nostra did that. Talk to the guy, the man who's selling the shady shells. She has to.
She still wants to talk to him again.
No, she has to info it up to everybody else.
Oh yeah, okay. Yep, you gotta tell him what you heard. By all means. Excuse me.
So I'm just looking at getting my notes up.
Yeah, no worries. So currently, you guys have appropriated yourself into a room. So I'll let you get your notes ready. We'll give you a second to get.
All right, I got it. So who's here with me right now?
Everyone except for Shuffle at the moment.
Okay, so Nostra looks around at everybody and she's like, "All right, I talked to the shady salesman downstairs. He offered to sell me a few of his wares, and he dumped them out on the table. He had an amulet shell, which he refused to sell me. Didn't. The amulet? A god he called Kovos, who is apparently dead. And the shell he refused to give me. He was very hesitant to tell me where it came from. What I got was that it was from a clergy of old sea entities, and he said that before he could tell me more, he had to go ask this clergy. And the pendant I saw was called the Kovos, apparently a human who became one of Kovos' elite.
What do I know? Oh, sorry.
What I got to him again in a day or two.
Is that really a good idea?
I'll have my disguised self. Do you really not have faith in me?
I have faith in you. I don't have faith in him.
In him? It can't hurt to try.
Okay. Would I know anything about that god, potentially?
Nope.
Okay.
You're from the mountains. This is a completely different ballpark for you.
It'll be fun. I'll have a nice, fun conversation with him. What are we doing about this? And she like lightly kicks the tiefling with the very edge of her boot. She's like, "What?"
I mean, we get information out of him and then potentially feed him to my bat.
We wake him up.
Something.
Could we make? Let's wake him up. How do we wake him up? Can somebody hit him?
I got an idea. She punches him in the face.
Welcome back to the waking world,
He's still unconscious.
sweetheart. Oh, I thought you made a noise that he woke up. So she's
No,
like,
no,
okay,
it's
so she just laughed.
an exhalation.
We could try water.
Can I try to punch him too?
Well, if he suffers extended head injuries, then that might.
You know what's
I'll slap
I'm
him.
pretty
I'll give him a little
sure-
slap.
This
pretty
is the
sure-
unknown casualty of not having a healer. Not only can you not heal your team, but you also can't heal people. You can't interrogate people that are knocked unconscious unless you roll the
Butters?
correct amount of time.
But
Yeah,
I
you
have
have cure wounds. I know. Yeah, I was saying because usually after fights you might be out of those or slots depending.
No, I have 4 left.
Maybe you should heal him just a tiny bit, so he's
Sure, why not? Let me click, you boy. There we go.
We wouldn't want to interrogate someone with brain damage now, would we?
Nostra crouches down in front of the guy just in case he wakes up at any moment and has like this really wide, creepy smile on her face. She's like in front of his face, like up close.
Okay, so you put your hand on his head and just give him a quick shock of healing magic, which it can arouse him for a moment. He's just
Is he awake?
He's
Wait, before.
waking up. Yeah, he's
Did they tie him up before they did this?
They had mentioned they tied him.
Alright,
Welcome
making sure we.
back
Yeah.
to the waking world. How are you feeling?
Spits off
Hello?
to the side. His glowing
Okay, I was about to
blood.
say. I thought he was
okay.
gonna spit on him, Nostra. I was about to fucking kill him.
Character, hello.
What's
Wait,
your
wait,
name?
wait. Yeah, what are you saying? I'm
What?
sorry.
Can people hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my Wi-Fi went out for a second. What happened?
They healed him 3 points of health, so he's currently conscious.
Ah,
That's
Ah,
drink that tea.
Does Empress just have like a cup with like yes?
he
So Nostra's
doesn't.
like-
He can just make the sound though. Like he just might illusion.
I just holds a cup and it just makes the noise. There's literally a scene in American Dad where Roger goes, "I had to make some tea. There's nothing in the cup, but the slurping calms me."
Nostra has disguised self down, and she's like her forehead is almost touching this guy's.
Oh my.
Kind of like goes cross-eyed for a second. Oh, hello there.
Hello, what's your name?
Where am I?
Oh, don't worry about
You are in
that.
the secret
He
of
starts tugging at his
stagnation.
bonds. Just what the shit?
Nastra reaches out and puts her hand on his shoulder and is like, "Don't worry. If you tell us what we need to know, then we'll let you out of here." Just a simple exchange of information.
I don't trust this. Yanks
Oh.
her, and it just.
The trust doesn't
Tenebris,
matter.
Tenebris dims the lights and then poofs behind him and says, "If you don't tell us what we want to know, we'll beat the shit out of you again. And again.
Or we could
And
just
again.
kill him.
No,
She like butts her
that's
head
not-
against this guy's a little bit, and she's like, "You'll tell us what we need to know, right?" Can I roll an intimidation roll to get this guy to talk?
I'll allow you to roll that now. You've got a lot of
Can I
setting
get-
right now.
This is the most sexual intimidation I've ever seen in my life.
Really,
You're
Can I
straddling.
give her advantage?
Yeah, that's a good question. Does she have advantage since he's surrounded?
Please, if he
Yeah.
fails, she feels something in the lower quarter.
No.
Can
Roll an
how
intimidation
do I have-
check.
I
Do,
Missing
How
feet. What do I
do-
do with that?
buy?
Do you have if you we're already if you are if roll an intimidation check.
Can I
go-
help by
okay,
like
fine.
holding a dagger up to this guy's throat? Or something? Oh, okay. I guess you don't need the help.
Do I give her advantage or something?
I'm saying I'm gonna go ahead and say no for right now. But
Okay.
he is definitely. You can see tiny beads of sweat kind of just rolling down his cheek as he stares back. Just. I don't even know what you want to know yet.
Let's start with, why did you target that man?
I needed the fish. For people I need to
The
bring it to.
diseased fish.
Not disease.
The fish that looked very, very similar to the ones in Ironside Cliffs.
I don't know anywhere like that. All I do know
of
is that
course.
Can I-
it looked fine to me.
Nastra
insight
reaches
him?
out with her
You
hands
may
and
insight
like,
check
oh,
him. Yes,
Insight check. Insight check.
Nope.
actually,
Innocence.
he's frightened, and
Well.
he is straining against it. He does not look to be telling you the full truth, but at the very least, he seems to be kind of like trying to shrug it off. Just like, yeah, I thought they were good.
Press X to down. Oh no. Butters, I love you, buddy. Oh god.
Even you with your 6, honey, you also notice this.
question. Was this
Do
guy
I
wearing a
just-
cloak like the rest of the people?
He was, yes.
I
Okay.
assume since my insight modifier is a 7 that I just automatically notice.
Is a good point.
I mean, unless you roll a natural 1, yes.
Can I just use passive?
If you're trying to actively incite him, I'd say no.
I have a question.
Okay.
Out of character or in character?
Both. Given her father's profession, I'm assuming she would have an inkling of what the hell an addiction looks like. Does he look like he's tweaking?
Roll a medicine check.
Would I have advantage because I would know the symptoms?
No, but I'm going to say you can roll
Okay.
it.
10.
You've seen similar symptoms before. This is not necessarily anything alcoholic in nature, so you're not sure if these are the same symptoms, but they seem to be, at the very least, frightened, which might be throwing off your ability to actually review what his actual state of being is.
Could I try?
I'll allow it.
Damn.
Whatever this boy's on, he's tweaking something fierce. He's very twitchy. It's not like he's like like scratching at himself or anything like that, but like he's completely ignoring the abrasions as he's trying to yank at his arms. He's not
So
in
is he like
withdrawal.
withdrawing?
No, you wouldn't say
Oh.
he's not withdrawal. It's not like he's not had his dose, but he's also looking like he's strained. Like he's getting close to where he would need his next dose. Otherwise, he would go into withdrawal.
Hmm. You look like you're in need of some medication, so to speak.
I don't take any medication.
You look like you're addicted to something.
I just kind of
What happened to be? What happened to be this? And she holds up one of the fish. Yeah, I took one. I remember this.
He kind of looks at you, just kind of snorts. No, that was for something else.
You want to tell me what that is, friend?
No.
Oh,
He like leans away as soon as you start laughing. He's like, "Oh, right, you're still here."
Ah!
Come on.
reaches out with both of her like gloved hands and like cups his cheeks and makes him look at her, and she's still smiling very widely, and she's like, "So, what did you need the fish for? I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, you do.
I won't tell my friends what they need to know, then I might have to."
It's a gift.
Gift for who?
A friend.
Come on, sweetheart. It's okay.
He whispers in his ear, "We need names. Names and places and dates."
Nobody will have to know that you told us anything.
Out of character, like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like...
For a moment, Tenebris whispered in his ear, I'm like, oh, this is getting real sexual here now. We're getting sensual.
I mean, on Imnostra's side, it's definitely on purpose because she knows that makes people uncomfortable.
It is meant to be uncomfortable. Yeah, I can tell.
Wonderful.
He's definitely uncomfortable. He's not saying anything. He's I was doing what I needed to do.
Okay. Well, maybe if you don't answer our questions, we could leave you here to starve.
In a hotel room?
Or somewhere. We could find somewhere to put him. Oh, I know lots of places where we could put him.
I mean, as I said before, I can feed him to my bat. This wouldn't be the first occasion.
Oh, that sounds so
need him
fun.
to
She
suffer.
turns to look at him and she's like, "Do you like the sound of that, sweethearts? We could do lots of things with you."
His demeanor, like as he watches, as he stares at you, and you mention this, he kind of like actually relaxes a little bit. He kind of like just has this, like this, just smile on his face. He's like, "Oh, feed me to your bat. I bet that'd be delicious."
What if he's tweaking? There's some substance in his body.
You're about to undergo some withdrawal, aren't you? Have you ever had withdrawal before? It was painful, wasn't it?
I'll be free of this soon enough.
Free of this? Oh, can you tell us what exactly this is? Maybe we could help you if you help us.
Your frail ropes. He kind of shuffles. He's like trying to jump at you, but he's obviously still bound.
She outpulls her axe to his neck. Don't move.
We don't want to kill him. He'll just end up going to his version of heaven.
If he jumps on the axe, it's his fault, not mine.
Oh my gosh, maybe we could give him some work until he fesses up. Doesn't that sound like fun?
What do you have in mind?
We can't really trust this person to do our work for us.
Maybe we could do things to him too. Oh, that sounds very fun, doesn't it? Pie.
Also, just for point of order, I remember you said you took all of his stuff with you, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Did you like put them anywhere specifically in the room, just if they're like in line of sight for him or not? Just out of curiosity.
mean, I
No, I
wanna
mean,
be
I'm pretty
beds
sure we
on the
pocketed most
floor.
of it. Like, I gave the crossbow to Alex, and me and Hypnostress shared the money, and
Yeah, we
Honey
did.
I
took the
took
potion.
Shit.
potion,
Mhm.
and I also took the shell.
So it wouldn't be in his line of sight.
Okay, so the only thing that might be in his line of sight might be like the cloak or the heavy crossbow.
Maybe, yeah.
Just want to make sure, just to see if he would notice anything of his effects that were moved around. Okay. You mentioning the whole doing things, and he just like put me to work for you. Oh, I'm sure that we'd get along just swimmingly.
Oh my gosh, we could totally do things to this guy. Did he have anything else on him?
You took pretty much everything that you could while he was unconscious.
Just drug? Did he have like drugs or anything? I'm wondering. Could we? I feel like Nostra would remember that they had his shit, but I forgot the player.
So Tenebris is probably thinking at the moment, like, because if he's going through withdrawal, then he probably has, as Oz said, like, the drug on him. And the only thing that he would think would be the drug is either the potion or the shell.
Speaking of which,
So,
Hold on. Speaking of which,
Honey is going to. I would like to. He's also standing back from this guy, and he's going to hold out the shell and say, "Is it possible that you might be looking for this?"
he sees his eyes kind of turn to you slowly, and then it kind of like locks onto the shell, just like.
I found what he's addicted to.
Oh, good job.
I'll be needing that soon, or you'll lose every option that you'll ever wish for.
Oh.
you want the shell, do you?
I'm going to need it soon.
What does the shell
What-
give you? Exactly.
The ability to breathe air.
Ah.
Nostra
I
leans
see.
back to Honey and is like, and holds her hand, and she's like, "Can I have that, please?"
He, like, holds up a hand to Nostra. Not yet. Let him suffer just a little bit.
Oh, I'm not gonna give it to him.
Ah.
This is interesting to watch, just because these two are synergizing.
What do you plan to do with it then?
I think they plan to taunt him with it.
We don't want it to get too close to him, though.
Oh, I know just how close enough to get.
I'll take your word for it. And he'll place the shell in Nostra's hand.
Nostra turns to the guy, to the tiefling guy, and like holds it out like a little bit in front of him, just so he can't reach it with anything. What you want, right? We can give it to you, but only if you give us something. Is that right? Does that sound nice? Does that sound good? Ooh, or we could smash it right in front of you if you don't give us what we want.
You say that like you would be able to break an item like that.
She leans her forehead against his again and looks like deep into his eyes. Just stays like that for a few minutes.
Regardless,
A few minutes.
you will
Okay.
not be having this shell if
If
you
you start-
do not tell us the information.
If he starts to choke, I can't heal lack of air.
We have it in case we need it. We could keep him like this as long as we want.
Actually, I have a question.
Hmm.
It's actually a curious question. Master Restoration deals with exhaustion, right?
Exhaustion, yes.
Could it potentially help with addiction?
I would say no. That'd
Damn.
be something for greater restoration.
Damn it. It was really shocked.
A question. This addiction isn't contagious, right? Just curious.
Addiction?
This is like a weird magical item, so I just want to be sure.
It's like normal
I think-
addiction, sweetie.
Okay,
Things
good.
like only if you use it.
Okay,
So-
cool.
Pretty much.
So as you all are looking around at each other, just making sure of things, Nostra is spending just a few moments just like taunting you with it, getting real close, making sure that he can see into her eyes as you're gonna knock at the door.
What
Oh
the?
shit.
Yeah.
Alex is gonna slightly open it. You know, like that
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep private?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
At the door, you see a woman. Excuse me, I'm looking for a friend of mine. Seems to have gone missing. I've been trying to find him all day.
Nostra slaps her hand over the guy's mouth.
I'm sorry.
And like yells, Alex, come back to bed, sweetheart.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Friend isn't.
I can imagine. My apologies.
She like slowly closes the door.
Okay.
When she walks off.
So no, she doesn't walk off. She doesn't walk off. She stays there for a moment as you close the door. Just kind of like just waits for you to close the door.
So
So you close the door.
Yep.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. Let's just check the stats real quick.
Be right back. I gotta
No worries.
bring a
So
basket upstairs.
wait for one there,
Tenebris
so-
probably would have like seen this like coming. Like he wanted to like not make sure no one sees it. So
Tenebris dives out of the way of the crack of the door.
no, he's not really anywhere near the door, but he like he casts. Oh, what does he cast? Silence. Sort of
So you cast
in-
silence in the room.
If you got silence, he would have heard.
not in the room, but like toward sort of like so only the guy is in the radius.
Okay. So you cast it like just behind you, so everyone in that zone. So Nostra, yourself. Honey said Honey was like more towards the door, so I'm gonna say he's like on the opposite side of the door. So the only person who's affected by this would be Alex. You did save so that you were only taking half damage.
Why are we taking
Half
damage? What
damage.
happened?
Oh yeah, she cast Thunderwave on the door and blew it into your face.
Oh, bitch!
Wait, she attacked us?
Yes. Roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. I was bringing a basket
Oh,
upstairs.
yeah.
Might be.
You're fine.
Do we drop?
Honey, can somebody put it on?
Just
Like for me?
yep.
I'm bad.
Just drag and drop onto the current thing. We're doing Theater of the Mind for this one. Yep. No worries. No worries. Are you guys on the map layer? How are you guys on the map layer? Oh no,
Ask questions.
no. I took off the I took off the grid for that, so that's no worries. No worries. I will get
Hi,
you onto
everybody.
there.
God damn it!
So
Ooh, what are
zooming
these
around.
pictures?
where is
Ooh, what are these
Nostra?
pictures?
There's Nostra.
I'm
Stop,
just
stop
zooming
moving!
around.
Stop zooming!
Oh,
You asked me to
okay,
put you onto
sorry.
the thing, and you're like, I'm just zooming around. I'm like, I'm trying to put you
sorry. I
onto
didn't know
here.
you.
I can
didn't know
put
how to
you
do
onto
it.
here. Stop moving. Stop that. I'm trying to help put you onto the thing, and you're just like,
I didn't know you had to do that for it.
Wait, hold on.
No.
Hold on.
You're
Hold on. I
fine.
also need to. Why are we on the sorcery and secrets?
because
Theater
we're
of the
doing Theater of
Mind.
the Mind. I didn't want to build up a room for this one specifically, but let me turn
Okay.
off before the storm.
on.
Let me get our.
We're in the.
combat
We're like in the
You're in the room.
hotel. Oh shit.
Yeah.
The cat is here. Okay.
Let's see,
And do I bring my familiar out too?
Yes. 1 second here.
Here we go.
Doom. Yeah, she knew you
Why
were.
are some of these pictures bigger and smaller?
Minnie's a large creature. That's
Yes.
her reason, but I don't know why mine is doing that.
Yeah.
You're just
Suck you,
tiny.
bitch!
Nostra has a
Okay.
20, so she's
I
going
can't
first.
believe like I have 5 initiative on a 5, but I only got 7.
Oh my god, damn!
Oh, damn.
Honey is ready for this.
The cats
Wow.
are leading the pack.
Yeah.
She
boy!
got pretty high on her initiative. So let me
Wait,
put this
you're
in.
a
I mean,
warlock with 20 decks.
Yeah,
What?
because she can.
I just imagine like the hilarity. The cats are ready. Yeah, Alex is currently on her face already.
Yep, you are
Actually,
not,
on her ass.
well,
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're not on your ass. You are pushed back 5 feet just because you got hit by the door.
Knock, knock. It's the door.
Knock, knock. Who's
Knock,
there?
knock,
The
who's there?
door.
Initiative.
How much
for
damage did
my
I take? I'm sorry.
baby.
I didn't tell you that. My apologies. You took 4 points of bludgeoning damage, which that is the half damage.
Cock sucking cunt.
I should have cast silence in the whole room.
No, I think she was gonna do that regardless.
Yeah, but Thunderwave wouldn't have affected
Oh!
anything in silence.
That's why I made sure a point of order.
Oops.
You didn't know. You didn't know. That was the whole point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I mean, it's
yeah.
only 4 damage, so there's the good bit.
Yeah.
So, Honey, you suddenly hear the as the door just slams and partly, like, she's good at dodging, but it slams and partly slams against your friend Alex as it bounces off of her and just clatters to the floor. And this guy who's now looking the blood is just drained from his face as he's looking through the doorway.
Can I say, like, as soon as that fucking shit hit me, I called for Minnie?
You can call for her, yeah.
Looks like we're about to have some fun. Wait, where's the enemy? Do I just have to pretend she's there?
You are,
Yeah.
you are, I'd say, about 10 feet away from the enemy, because you are on the opposite side of the doorway, just like in a shadowy corner.
Okay.
Because I imagine you want to keep an eye on this guy still within his line of sight.
Of course.
So yeah, you are to the
Um,
side of the door at the moment.
Can Candlelight give the help action?
Candlelight can, yes. But you'd have to have Candlelight do it
Alright.
on Candlelight's turn.
Would we have had
okay.
a short rest?
Because you
this
guys were expecting to interrogate this guy, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Well, question: Are they going to be
okay.
using the shuffle rules where the familiar moves on his turn? Because that's what he does.
I can say that we can allow that.
All right, there you go. So Candlelight can give the help action on your turn because that's what Queen does for shuffle every time you fight.
Just to speed things
Would that
along.
be?
So
I
His
have
action.
0 key points.
his action would be the help action, yes.
I can wait for
I have spell slots.
her turn then.
So if you want,
Um,
like I said, we would have Candlelight going on your initiative, but you can have her go before you or after you. If you have her go before you, then she'd be giving the help action right now. I feel like they turned down the volume of some of these things because that was a lot quieter than I
That's-
remember it being.
Probably a good idea. I'll send her to do the help action and I'll have her go invisible.
Okay, so she flies over to quickly caw in this woman's face and then shoom, disappears. So you have advantage on your next attack against this woman.
Nice.
Well, not just her. It's whoever attacks first. So
Whoever
she doesn't
attacks
answer
first,
that.
but it
Yeah.
is Honey's turn next.
Yeah, just saying. Just reflect with that.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
yes.
Oh, okay, so I can still do shit.
Yes, it's still your turn. That was Candlelight's turn. Sorry, I'm trying to get this
Oh,
volume to be where I want it to be because it has ups and downs to it.
Trying to figure out what I should do. This music is so intense. I love it.
I found one that I felt would be good for this.
I don't know what the I don't know how many spells I have.
You have several spells. You have 2 spell slots, and you have not yet cast any spells.
For any level?
No, no. They're since you're level 8, they're 4th level spells.
All right, so I can go up to level 4.
I
All right.
mean that when you cast them, they are level 4. They're at maximum level. That's what warlocks do.
They're always at max level.
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's-
next level, they'd
Ooh.
be level 5.
Fuck yeah! What the fuck? That's cool shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just looking at all the spells I have.
I getcha.
Um.
Oh shit. Like we did the fan art.
Already?
Yeah.
Now I need to see.
Nostra interrogation.
Everyone loves an interrogation scene. Yes. So, what you doing, honey?
Sorry.
Honey,
hold on a
I'm
second.
home.
Alright, sorry. I think I'm gonna use command.
Okay. So you're going to make her make a wisdom saving throw. And what is your command?
Eve.
I'm trying to decide. There's a lot of good ones in this.
I mean,
I
at this
think-
point, she knows too much.
I'll use the command grovel,
Okay.
which means if she fails, she would fall prone and then end its turn.
Oh shit.
Just read that real quick. And then ends its turn. So that would be on its turn.
Just
Okay.
imagine. Just imagine it. Just kind of like you give the command and it just planks.
All right. So you hold out your hand and you say grovel, and she smiles.
No!
Mm.
You do not feel the magic take.
Too bad.
All right. So that is your turn. Bonus action. Just move. Are you moving to position yourself, or
Shit, wrong sheet. Hold on.
you're fine?
Is there anything else that I have that's a bonus action?
You already used a
Oh, here we
spell, so
go.
you wouldn't have any cantrips that you could use as bonus action.
That's fine. I'm assuming I can't attack with like a.
No, you used a spell.
Weapon.
That's not an attack action.
Alright, that's fine. I don't have any bonus actions, but I will happily smile back at her.
Right. Actually, see if I can.
All right. Big Dick is in the building. Is that me?
BDE.
My turn.
Big dick in the building.
It will be your turn in just a second. Give me just a second here.
Okay.
Initiative. Let me just hold on a second. Oh no! Don't do that. Hold on a second, guys. Just doing something real quick. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Yep, be gone.
Trying to look at fighting style.
I'm gonna give you guys access to see what the initiative order and such are. Why is this all the way over here? Stop that.
I can see it. The initiative
No,
order.
no. For everyone else, the people who are in the chat, so that they can see the initiative order. Because I didn't want you guys to feel left out. I thought I had this set up. I apologize. It was not positioned where I thought it was positioned.
Don,
Yes.
did I take dueling or 2-weapon fighting? I've actually forgotten.
I think you took the 2-weapon fighting because you always like being able to attack twice when you're able to.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Alright, so next on the list is Imnostra.
All right, I'm activating Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
What the hell does that do?
Will have advantage on like my next roll.
Which you already had advantage because of the help action.
I have double. I do. Holy shit!
You can't
so
stack
Oh, you
advantage.
chose wild magic,
you already chose
sorcery,
wild
you
magic.
beautiful,
Yeah.
So I'll just take these
you
honeys.
beautiful
that he gave me then.
bitch. You beautiful bitch.
Right when you least expect it. All right, I'm gonna use. I really want to use something with fire, but I know that we're in a tiny hotel room.
I can't fire.
I can't swallow fire. Every turns to flames.
I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on
Okay.
her. That is, I will roll. I'm using physical dice, so that will be a 13.
That does miss.
Oh, I have advantage.
You have advantage.
So I can
though,
do it
yes.
again.
I realized I
A
don't have you up
16.
my honey.
16. 16 just barely hits.
Okay, and that is full damage. Where the fuck is my D8?
Where's the D8?
Got it. Okay. That will be speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. Let me just and what was the damage?
What did I say? 3, I think,
4.
or 4?
You said
4
4.
damage. Okay. Brings her to that. Okay. So you did that damage as you slow her down a little bit, and she kind of looks at herself, just breathes out a little bit of frost from her lips as she looks at you.
It's
Clangs,
sexy.
But you see her eyes go
Huh.
from you, slide down to the guy in the chair who is still looking quite terrified, and he has to make a wisdom saving throw. That will not succeed.
Oof. Big oof.
What the fuck
She
just
has
happened to him?
upcasted as all you just hear is her say, "Be gone," and she is going to 7 plus 8 is 15 plus 3 is 23 plus 24 and okay. He takes 27 points of psychic damage, blood coming out of his eyes and nose as he shakes in there and just drops.
Oh, he's dead.
And
Cool.
she begins to leave. She moves
Oh,
20
go
feet
fuck
away
you,
from
Will.
the. Yeah, she moves 20 feet away from the doorway because she
Moving slower though, because
Yep,
she's
that's
moving
20
slow.
feet. Yep, that's because you did Ray of Froster, so she got 20 feet. If she
You
had
get
her
this
full
bitch?
movement, she would have got 30.
Does anybody have a plan? Anything we can do in these
Alex, it is your
He's-
turn.
6 seconds?
Killer.
Do I have that? No, I do not. But I can. Hunter's marker.
You'd have to move out of the doorway to actually be able to see her.
That's
Also, did you step out of the silence when you attacked her, Nostra? Because you said you were interrogating the guy, and Tenebrous
was.
cast silence.
I think I was probably in there then.
Okay, so she would
He's
not have taken
asking
that
you.
damage because you wouldn't have had a verbal. You wouldn't be able to use the verbal component.
I thought he said he was gonna do it, but he didn't. Okay.
No, he said he did it.
Okay.
Just to make sure that
Fucking
you know.
Tenebrous.
He didn't know.
I'm
So,
just
yeah,
kidding.
so
It's fine.
It would. She would have had her full 30 feet of movement to just, and she's just casually just walking away.
Question.
Hmm?
Hunter's mark is only if I hit her, right? I don't have
No.
to shoot her.
Hunter's mark is just something you can just point at someone and mark them.
She is how far away from me?
When you leave the room, you only have 25 feet of movement. So it would take you, after getting hit, it would take you about 10 feet to get out of the room.
Okay, so I can't get up to her.
No, you'd still be 15 feet away, but you would be able to Hunter's mark her.
Well, then I'm gonna shoot her.
Okay?
You can just
you
point
do
at her,
both.
right?
You can do both.
I'm doing extra damage, regardless of whether it's with the axe or the bow.
Okay, so you're casting Hunter's mark and shooting her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That
Okay,
does miss,
misses.
so it slams into the wall beside her head as she's making her way out.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since I assumed I left Minnie downstairs, but I'll ask after Tenebrous' turn.
I thought you called her up.
Is Thaumaturgy still up?
Silence is
silence?
still up.
No, the darkening of the light, the candles and stuff.
Currently,
lights.
yes.
He
Outside in
moves
the hallway, it
toward-
is still brighter, though. The room is dark.
Oh no, he just wants the advantage, so he's just going to poof to the door or as close to the door and run up to the person and
Yep.
attack.
She is in light,
It
just so
is.
you're aware. But yes, you can poof to the door to do that. Which, what's your movement speed? Because you were further away from the door.
45.
45. You would not be able to
Wait.
reach her.
What?
You were
So I
15
go
feet
to the
away from the
door.
door. Yes, you were 15 feet away
Yes,
from the
so
door.
I'm-
Going out into the door is another 5 feet, and then you'd be 5 feet. No, you would be within range. 45 feet. My apologies. I was thinking 40 feet. So yes, you would barely be able to make it to her.
Okay. Okay. Right.
So you do you just actually no. You also did use your bonus action. My apologies. You would have more than enough room. I apologize. I forgot you used your bonus action. So yes, you would be able to do that.
Yeah.
Punch the shit out of her.
Yeah, so he's gonna, and the shadow step gives me
Advantage.
advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I needed that.
All right, that does hit.
We're still fighting her? Holy shit.
All right.
I'm
So that
assuming my
And
hits.
Extra attack.
It's your second attack. That hits.
Oh fuck.
Okay. And you already used your bonus action, so in total that is 15, 30 points of damage. Okay? You see. Alright. She doesn't look phased by it. In fact, she actually, you kind of see her look back at you and grin as she's still moving. Minnie heard Alex call out for her and is moving on her way to get close. She would have essentially no way to fly in here, so her movement speed is very short, but she's kind of just hopping along, just like, yes, mommy?
My question is can she essentially take a flying leap to block the stairs?
She was close to the end of the staircase, so she would be
I
able
left
to
her
move
at the
there.
bottom of the stairs, so.
Yeah, so she'd be able to block it. She right now though she just thinks that you're just calling for her.
Oh no, the way that was screamed was not normal.
Oh, in which case then yes, she's blocking, just like, yeah, what's going on? Bad guys? Bad guys.
Koyev.
Poor Koyev.
1 second here.
Oh my god, Koyev's getting involved.
What? Dear.
Holy shit, Make sure everyone has to make sure Koyev doesn't die.
Honeyglow,
Oh,
it's your
player
turn.
5 has entered the game.
a new
Where
a new
is she?
challenger approaches. Honeyglow, your turn.
Okay, where is she right now?
30 feet away from you, which for you that means that she's an extra 10 feet away. So in your case, 40 feet.
Is Candlelight still there to give me advantage?
Candlelight can move to her to do so.
Yeah, I'll have her do that. Do the same thing.
Okay.
Go invisible. She's out of the room, and she's walking down the stairs still?
She's trying to, yes.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna peek out and do an Eldritch Blast on that bitch.
Okay, you have 2 shots. Fire away. First one
Okay.
is with advantage, second one is not.
Okay. Advantage one.
That hits.
Should I click the damage first?
Please and thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Eldritch Blast is a fucking blessing. And then
Second hit.
second shot.
That hits.
Oh,
Yummy,
Nice,
yummy.
nice, and 20 points of damage. So, she kind of flinches back more the second hit than the first. You see her kind of grit her teeth, but she seems to be holding her up quite nicely. You also do hear from somewhere in the distance. Sounds like downstairs.
what?
What was that?
Anything else you'd like to do, Honeyglow?
I don't think there's anything else I could do.
Did I accidentally hit someone with that missing arrow?
No, you hit the wall. Nostra, it's your turn.
Okay, do I have advantage?
No.
Because of the thing?
No.
Okay. So now I'm gonna use the what was I gonna use? I was gonna use Tides of Chaos.
Go ahead.
I have Tides of Chaos, and I will use
I'm guessing you're stepping out into the hallway to actually be able to see her.
yes.
Okay. So
I
you've
will
left the zone of
use
silence.
I want to use Firebolt.
Go ahead.
Okay, Jesus. I'm gonna shit.
Is this the girl that I saw?
It appears to be.
The quote of the leader? Oh,
Let me.
Oh.
kill her.
How do I roll to hit?
If it's on your attack list, You should just be able to click on it. Let's see.
Okay.
If not on their spells page, on your core. I just pulled up the sheet to see where you were at. You're on spells. If you go to core, on your attacks, one of them should say Firebolt. You just click on that.
Oh.
After you click advantage,
Oh, how do I
no,
click
no,
advantage?
you rolled it twice. That works. 16 does hit.
I'm gonna. I roll. What the fuck do I do?
You go to the chat bar where it says Firebolt in the black letters, and you.
I hit
click
it again.
on
I hit it again.
There you go.
Edge.
So it does 5
And like
points
a-
of fire damage. Or not 5, 10.
A stretch of blue flame. Hit a hitter.
So you throw out your hand, you call on the turning tides, and just feel it almost miss her as it just feels like it just turns just enough to just slam into her back as she kind of stumbles forward a half a step. Alright. And just mark off that currently, until you cast a spell, you do not have Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
Right, which I will be rolling for that if you get that back when you cast a spell as we continue on. Or, of course,
Jesus
until we take a
Christ.
rest. Alright. So, we are currently on the stranger's turn. And she
Stranger danger.
appears to feel the same way. Make a con save, Tenebris.
Constitution save, eh? Oh yeah.
Alright, you do save. You two take half damage. That's an 8, and that's another 8. So you take 8 points of thunder damage as she turns around and you see her hands just slam together.
She just shattered me.
No, she just thunder waved him.
Okay.
Are you within 10? No, you stayed back at the doorways where you shot, so you do not get hit by this. Only Tenebris does.
I think I'm the only one that's like next to her.
Currently,
I'm
you're
a
the only
dwarf. I can't move fast.
I got little legs. I'll get there eventually.
I was gonna say, like, I got little leg. Move fast.
All right, and she is going to continue down the stairs, running right at Minnie at the moment. So she turns away from Tenebris and runs down the stairs.
Oh, she's running now.
Oh, you hurt my back. You are fucking dead, bitch.
Tenebris gets an attack of opportunity.
Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, I do.
Die.
Shit.
Great
Yes,
question. Can you
yes.
stun on a reaction?
He has no key points, so no, he can't.
Yeah, because we didn't have a short rest.
Nope.
Used 8 key points in one fight?
He
Yep.
used most of them in the first thing, and they used them for silence,
Yeah.
which he used on
Rest in
the bad
peace.
guy and Imnastra.
He's dead.
She keeps running down the stairs.
Damn.
Koyev's turn.
Koya, please be
the-
safe.
The
Uh,
big
He
guy.
kind of like lumbers over. He all of a sudden sees this woman running down the stairs, and he kind of like squints at her. You guys do not see what happens, but I'm going to roll this real quick.
Oh fuck!
Not off the table.
Koya's a secret badass.
Karate kick.
Karate kick her up the stairs.
He smacks her with its fins.
He does that weird martial art thing where he runs up the wall and up the ceiling and just kicks her in the face.
You
I
guys
love
don't see
that.
it. Minnie does, and she's like, "Wait, what?" she watches him do something. You guys don't see it, and currently she does not appear to be affected by it.
Oh.
It is now your turn, Alex.
Yeah,
How far away is she?
She went.
30 feet, I'm guessing.
She was 15 feet away from you before. 15, 30, 20. Sorry, I'm doing my math real quick. She was 30 feet away, and then you went out. You didn't move your extra 15 feet of movement, which was 15 feet away from you at that point. So she is currently, you would not be able to get a shot at her. You'd have to move full 25 feet, and then on your next turn, if she was still there, you could get a shot on her.
To shoot her?
Yes, because she is 5 feet further to go down the stairs, which would be where you could shoot her. With your 25 feet of movement.
The stairs aren't within 25 feet?
No, they're within 30.
What the fuck? Okay, guess I'm following her.
Running after her.
Do not kill her! She like
Alright,
shouts at Tenebris as she goes past.
okay.
Oh yeah, he was planning on mucking around. Like, if he's lost one interrogation suspect, he's gonna get.
Tenris, it is your turn.
Hold on. Let me just. I want to look at something. Yeah, my fucking mouse wheel. Is stunning strike key point?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
As is flurry of blows, but
He's
the bonus action
gonna-
attack is not.
He's gonna run up to this lady, and
Chase.
he's gonna stab her twice. If
Stabby,
my
stabby, stab.
mouse wheel would work. There we go. Boop.
Tasty.
That does not hit.
And oh shit!
You swing your hand and you hear Minnie go "Eep!" as the woman ducks down, and you almost hit Minnie in the face, but she's quick enough to dodge back. She watches you just like, "What'd I do?"
Sorry, Minnie.
Confused Minnie noises.
Speaking of many,
How close is this woman?
Within 5 feet of Minnie.
Is there any way? Okay, so I'm just going to like. I'm monster huntering your head right now. You know how they leap on and pin someone? Can she do that?
You're trying to grapple
Yep.
check, essentially. Roll an athletics check for Minnie.
It'd just be a strength
Strength,
thing.
yes.
So I
She's
still
not
haven't
proficient.
done.
Have you not done your proficiencies for her yet?
No, I didn't get it!
She easily dodges away from it as Minnie tries to pin her down. She just kind of steps to the side.
You mean steps back? Because I can imagine that you can't really step to the side of a large creature on a narrow staircase.
That's fair. Yes, yeah, she still just kind of like jumps in between and manages to dodge. She abuses the iframes.
She abuses the what?
Immunity frames.
Paris, you confuse me.
What?
You use Minnie sing at the most inconvenient times, but never use it when it's actually could be.
Singing? Maybe it's because there's a bunch of patrons, and if she fucking manages to succeed, a bunch of patrons are going to flood us and potentially get hurt by this fucking imp.
It's also could stop her being fair.
It could stop her, but I'm not doing casualties by this crazy bitch who doesn't seem to mind killing everything.
Right.
It also might fuck over Koyev.
Yeah, and we love Koyev.
He's a good boy.
yes, we do.
Can I still have Candlelight give advantage? Like the help action?
How far is his movement?
How far is...
Sorry,
my
Candlelight's.
movement?
Yours and Candlelight's.
20... Or actually 40 feet if she's flying, which I'm assuming she is.
Yes.
Hold on a second. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
So her flying speed is 4.
So she would be able to make it.
Yeah, I am pretty sure mine's 30, and I'm willing to like walk out of the room.
Mhm.
So would I be able to do that?
You can walk out of the room and have her fly over, yes.
Yep. Yay, my baby, give me advantage.
I keep forgetting that it can transform, so I'm like, wait, why
It's a
does
raven.
the rat fly?
It's a raven.
It's a raven right now, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I said, why is the rat flying? Like, because I didn't realize what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a raven at the
so,
moment. Click
she's
that
giving me
advantage on that attack.
advantage. Yeah, on deciding between two choices. Hmm. That one seems to be it. Okay. I'll just Eldritch Blast the shit out of her.
Alright.
Oh yeah, get that blast in.
That misses. And
That's-
second blast. Not with advantage, of course. That will hit.
Uh-oh.
That damage.
That damage.
Alright, so 12 points of damage is good. Alright, and that is your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Imnostra, it is your turn.
What's that? Can I get to this lady in spellcasting distance?
Yes, you'll be able to do that.
Okay, cool. Can I want to go over there and... God, I really want to cast Wall of Fire. Like, more than anything.
No, please.
Instead, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
And that lands on a 14.
That misses.
No!
Yeah, 14 does not hit her armor class.
I was about to
Can
say
I-
her armor class is 16 from what I can tell.
I'm
Yeah.
so upset right now.
Yeah.
You have no idea. Okay, so that's my turn, I guess. Is there anything else I can do?
Unless you have a bonus action spell or something, or if you wanted to turn a spell into sorcery points or vice versa. Which you have not used any sorcery points, so you would not be able to go over the maximum sorcery points you can have.
Can I use a sorcery point?
What sorcery skills do you have?
Got extended spell.
You're supposed to have 2.
I have extended spell and I have subtle spell.
Yes, so you would not be able to do anything with your bonus action besides get back a spell slot or vice versa. So, and since you already have maximum sorcery points, you can't do that.
Okay, can I use Bend Luck on her so she has a disadvantage on the next roll she makes?
Let me see if you can do that real quick. Bend luck. Hold on. Twist fate. When another creature you see makes attack roll or saving throw, you can react. That's if they're doing that. Roll d4, apply the number as bonus or penalty of your choice to creature's roll. You can do so after the creature rolls before any effects of the roll can occur. Ah! You can use that as a reaction. You wouldn't be able to just do that on her. So if she makes an attack roll, then you would do that. So it'd be an attack roll or a saving
Does it have to
throw.
be an attack roll on me or anybody in my party?
Anybody. You're reacting
Okay.
to her making an action. So if she's making an attack roll or she's trying to make a saving throw against someone else's, like if Tenebris had Stunning Strike and you wanted to use Bend Luck to try and lower her saving throw, then you
Okay.
could use that on her.
I'll remember that. Thank you.
Alright, so it is now her turn. And she is happily done with what she's done here. You see her make a quick motion. You see a purplish hue seem to almost open behind her, and then as it closes, she's gone.
Motherfucker. Oh.
And at level 9, please.
Is it possible that anyone could follow her through this purple?
No one's packing counterspell.
Don't we-
Imnostra.
I don't even
I
know
does
if...
not have counterspell at the moment.
The only one who did was Yevon, so that's what it was.
I should, after a long, can I change out my spells after a long rest?
No, you can only do it when you level up.
Oh,
It's not your spells. It's one. You can exchange one spell
one
for one.
spell. One spell for one spell. Yes.
I can do that, right?
When
After
you
a long
level up.
rest?
When you level up. You are not a cleric who can do that whenever they please.
Oh, cleric.
Or druid.
Or druid, of course. Alright, and
I love that druids and clerics are like, fuck you, I can interchange my shit.
alright,
You know, right?
I am
Unfair.
clearing the list. Let me just see
Oh,
real
damn it.
quick. I'm going to make that initiative now no longer necessary. Seeing how you guys are no longer in initiative. Because she is gone.
Tenebris is annoyed, and he's going to sit down at the bar and order a drink
Mhm.
and take a short rest.
Okay. Alright. As you guys come down, Koyev is a little frazzled. He's like, I'm so sorry. There appeared to have been some kind of kerfuffle upstairs. Did I miss
Fine.
Did
something?
he just say kerfuffle?
He did say kerfuffle, yes.
Unfortunately, the door blasted open, and there's a dead body inside. But other than that, not much damage.
Why is there a dead body?
I was about to say, that's not really a smart
I was about to
thing.
say, I'm like, I consider that pretty bad damage.
Astra turns to Tenebris and is like, "You fucking idiot, you fucking cop." And she like turns to Koyev. She turns to Koyev and is like, "We got attacked by that magical woman, and did very bad things."
And she killed this poor, poor man that happened to be in the room with us.
Oh, your friend, your drunk friend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Everything you guys just said that was completely true sounded like such a lie.
Right.
Yeah, he's like very suspicious, but he's like, all right, I'm very confused as to what is going on here.
A lot of violence and a lot of bad. Don't get yourself too into this.
Unfortunately, I kind of have to be. One of my other patrons also appears to be not doing so hot.
What?
He kind of steps back, he motions over. In the corner, the salesman who you had been conversing with before and such is slumped over, like complete on the floor. And you see him like eyes like rolled back slightly with a little bit of drool coming out of his mouth, and he is not looked to be breathing at all.
Do we have anybody with the actual healing spells? Oh, Alex does. And Astra like grabs Alex's shoulder and is like, "Go.
Can I? Does it even look like something that Cure Wounds would work with?
If you're fast, maybe, but it does not look to be that way. Nope. No, it does not. Like, you get over to him and you can see he's gone. He rolled 2 natural ones on his death saves.
Ow! What the? Can I
have a drink, Koyev?
Can I tell what
we
killed
all
him?
could use some. Yes, you can roll a medicine check. He's going to quickly get you guys something not too hard.
God damn it!
No, decent. Best you can tell, roll him over. What are you doing? Just to make sure I.
She's like looking for any kind of wound, any kind of abnormality, and scanning her the eyes. She's looking him over completely.
Right.
Wait.
He appears to have some. As you turn him over, his chest looks fine. When you're looking over him more, you see on his back he appears to have several wounds that look almost like he was stabbed, like by something with a pickish shape. But it's more like a bruising, not like he was actually stabbed, like a bruising underneath the skin, as well as something that looks a little bit bigger, more like something slammed into his back.
Can I tell if this might be magical in nature? Because this would make no sense if he was sitting in the corner.
You'd be able to presume that just by the fact that he was sitting in a corner.
Astra like walks over to Alex and puts a hand on her back and puts a hand on Alex's shoulder and leans down and is like, "Shit, I'm gonna go take care of the body upstairs."
Go.
Would Tenebris have noticed that it was Dimension Door that she used?
Are you proficient with Arcana?
No.
I'd say no then. You know it was a spell.
Nostra has Dimension Door, so would
would
she know?
She would
Oh,
know.
okay.
It was a little bit just like thematically different because everyone who uses Dimension Door can have their own pizzazz with it, but that was definitely Dimension Door because you could hear the incantation she made before she did it. That was Dimension Door.
Astra goes upstairs, and can she get rid of the body somehow? Like actual person that we could.
I mean, are you looking are you untying him first? Are you just gonna throw him out the window? What are you doing with the body?
I don't want to throw him out the window. Is there like any way? Oh, could I burn the body?
In the place.
Okay, I'm going to say this right. Okay, I was about to say, I'm going to say this right now. The smell of burning flesh is very strong.
Oh, not in the hotel. No.
Okay, so you're untying him and going to take him away.
What kind of crossbow was this? What kind of crossbow was this at Tenebris Grave? Because I forgot to add it to my fucking sheet.
Heavy crossbow.
Oh, I could have used that. Oh well.
Oh my God, Nostra is going to go downstairs and go to Tenebris because they're corpse buddies.
So you just have this body over your shoulder of this.
No, not with the body, not with the
Not
body.
the body. Oh, so you
I
gotta
don't
go
think she
talk
could
to him.
carry the body.
Yeah,
Probably
that's what I was
not.
about to
She's like
say.
-1 for strength. She goes to. We got to get rid of the body upstairs before the blood stains the floor. Let's go.
Fine.
You've been able to get a few sips of your drink, and Koya's just like, no, it'll be here when you get back.
Does this count as light activity?
I would say that if you're going to be throwing away a body, no, you would not get a short rest. You'd have to do it after you get rid of the bodies.
Can I stop Tenebris for a quick second? Because I'm going to try something.
Okay.
She like pulls him down because she's like fucking 4'3". She like pulls him down. I'm going to go and see if I can find this woman. Make sure nothing else happens in the bar while I'm gone, please. She's gonna call Minnie and walk out the bar.
Okay.
I make no promises, he says flatly, as he walks up the stairs.
So Tenebris and Amnostra are gonna work their magic and try to get rid of the body.
Okay.
Since he's a dead body, does he count as an object?
I'd say he technically counts as an object. He can't exactly, fight you guys carrying him around.
If he does, that's a problem.
Can he use thaumaturgy and teleport?
Use
With the body?
thaumaturgy?
To like dim the lights so he can
Oh.
use shadow step.
I'd allow it.
He does that.
Okay, so I'm not sure. You're like, okay, so what do we do about that? You just see the lights go down, and all of a sudden he just
He
goes,
says like he says to Nostra like, go outside, below the window. Don't worry, I'll move
okay,
the body.
so you're teleporting outside.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll.
Alright,
move her outside.
Amnostra goes outside below the window.
There is a place that is a little bit dim. It's just on the edge of your 60 feet. It's the whole place has been darkened by the clouds, so I'd say you're able to get there.
Yeah. And he poofs, and you see Tenebris holding a dead body.
Oh, cool.
Completely
In the middle
normal
of the
people.
Wait,
What's up?
I just realized something.
Let's go get this. Should I burn this corpse? Because I can do that, you know?
Before Tenebris leaves, I just
Go
thought of something.
ahead.
Can I try it?
Alright, Amnostra, can Amnostra just, like, burn it because it's not like a spell, like a fight or anything? Could you just, like, do it?
I mean, you would be
Stab
able
your
to do that with
fingers.
the firebolt, yeah. You'd have to
We
use it a
should
few times.
probably go somewhere discreet before you burn the body.
Well, that's... where are we right now? Outside in the alley?
Outside
alley,
the Indian
yes.
Valley.
Alright, so
Oh,
let's find, like,
okay.
a deep alleyway. Like, a deep one. Or maybe, can we go to the sewers?
You
Is
could.
that an option?
Tenebris, I need you to die.
Wait, no, because Amnostra
You
has all
need
her
my knife
buddies.
while
Amnostra has her
it's
friends.
Too
Alright, Amnostra
late,
grabs...
friend.
No, that's why I was asking. Can I stop him for a hot second? Because I just need his eye for a hot second. He stabbed.
Oh.
My dragon tooth dagger.
Yes. You have her
Oh.
blood. I have a bat who can smell things.
He.
You also have Hunter's Mark on her.
Oh, it's still. Oh, I thought I'd hit.
It has nothing to do with you hitting. Hunter's Mark is like hex. You point at them and you mark them.
Wonderful.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying
Blood
before.
in case it wears off.
Any sewer entrances nearby where, like, she could duck down
There is
and find her way?
There is one. You don't know if it connects to the same areas, but you do know that there is one down there.
She get to the group of her allies down there from here.
You can try.
All right, she's just gonna grab Tenebris's arm and be like, "Hey," and she's gonna lift the cover to the sewer and like this way, come on.
He teleports the body and him down to the sewer.
Nostri
And
is
waits.
not down there before he's done teleporting, so she like gets done. She's like, all right, I guess that works.
This is fine.
I'm not used to someone so zippy.
She just like she's looking at him as she's at the lab. She closes down, turns
What the
around,
fuck,
and he's
man?
right there.
Okay, so once she gets the cover onto the thing, and she casts fireball on the corpse.
A fireball.
He moves away from the corpse.
But no, what's the? Can she
Fireball.
just do it without casting a spell?
Firebolts. You can use
She,
firebolts.
she explodes the corpse.
You
I
cast
just want
fireball.
to
and it
light
blows
the
you up.
corpse on.
You
I
have
mean-
fire
light the thing on fire.
bolts. That is a
Oh,
cantrip.
okay, I'll do that then.
Wait, could you
Then
You have to use a few rounds of it to actually get it to
could you
actually burn.
use wall of fire?
no, not for this.
Okay.
So you use firebolt a few times just to quickly get it nice and crispy, and you're probably going to want to get out of there before the smoke starts filling up and making it unable to breathe, besides the scent of the burning flesh.
Get into the water.
Yeah.
Goes back up.
Yeah, he poofs back up.
So you guys hop back up.
He's
That
gonna
was-
look for Alex.
I'll see you guys later.
Actually, he's not gonna look for Alex. He's just gonna go back to the bar and get a short rest.
Okay. All right. Alex, you're following the woman.
Yeah, I don't know if I should follow her on foot or if I should be flying. I'm gonna say flying because I walked 25 feet.
Crispy pork belly.
God damn it! No!
Welcome back.
Last thing I want
Butters.
described for soft, needed meat.
Yep. So you have no idea the direction this woman has gone in. You don't know how far away she's teleported to. Even with Imnostra telling you the range of Dimension Door, you are going to have to find where she started from to be able to find where she is. Make
Did
a
you just
survival
tell me
check.
Hunter's Mark?
Yes. No. Yeah. It gives you advantage on survival checks, so you have advantage on this.
Okay.
But you still have to make that. And are you doing it on foot or are you doing it in the sky?
I would probably do it on foot until it became too difficult or I thought I was going too slow, but Minnie is with me just in case.
Okay. So roll that survival check. Okay. You begin quickly moving around, trying to find where she went. You spend a good deal of time just going around, looking around, trying to figure out where did she go. She went this way. You're pretty sure she went deeper into town, but you can't find that point of origin, the place where she actually went to with that spell.
Yeah, at this point she would take to the air to try and find it.
Yeah, say again?
I said at this point she would probably take to the air to try and find it if it's becoming this hard.
Roll another survival check.
Still with advantage?
Yes.
Ha! That's awful.
Yeah, with it being up in the air, you're looking around. You're able to cover a lot more ground, but eventually you can feel the hunter's mark. It's hitting that hour mark and feel it fall away. So you cannot find her.
Does she know what direction?
It does not give direction. It gives her advantage on survival checks to find her, but she had to find the point of origin where she dimensioned toward to.
Would Tenebris sitting at the bar be able to, like, she's just sort of thinking at the bar, wondering where she might have gone. Would he be able to make any good progress on thinking
You can think.
where she might have gone?
With the limited knowledge you currently have, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
So Alex,
I'll head back to the inn.
You heading back to the inn first?
Oh wait, sorry, continue what you were saying.
No, you're fine. I was just going to ask if you were going to go back to the inn, if you're going to do anything else.
What time is it? I'm assuming it's only like 3.
It's around a little after 3. You guys spent a decent, like, 10, 15 minutes interrogating him. It, of course, will be getting to be dusk eventually.
Oh, I'm gonna DM you
To
something.
be fair, I'm gonna remind Pear something. Yes, it's not dark yet, but technically the guy that just died on your watch, Shuffle stole one of those shells from. Just so you Just wanted to jog your memory if you didn't know.
Didn't we discuss him,
I-
like, not taking it again, so she's not too concerned about him doing that?
But it's
Not
still
what I'm
missing.
talking about, but okay.
I don't
Um,
understand what you mean then.
Amnostra, go back to the ship, Ford's ship.
You can go that way, yes.
Okay, so she's gonna go that way.
Okay.
And get to talk to Ford about something.
Ford in the
Ford's
inn?
in the inn.
In the end, what? We haven't seen that big green man in a while.
we
Right? Hey, where the fuck is he? She's gonna try to find Ford then. Where the hell is that guy? She's on the hunt. She's gonna get him.
He's not in the inn at the moment, but he's.
I mean, honestly.
he's in the inn. Like he's like, hey, kicks in the door, just sees Jester, like, yes.
Wait, so where'd the fish go then?
Which fish?
The diseased fish!
Good question. It's currently not at the inn.
Can
Alex,
Alex try and find these fuckers?
you're
Esther,
not there right now.
No,
You're looking
I
for the
mean,
woman.
where is Ford?
Shh. Yes. Oh,
Esther, where is
well,
Ford?
we got a message from Alex about these diseased fish. They were like bleh, looking, and so Ford decided that they needed to be brought down to be put into the ship, so that we could make sure we could get them to where they needed to go, like Alex said, as quickly as we could.
where they need to go? I told them to burn them!
He at the ship right now?
I don't know. He said he was going to go to the ship.
I just I don't know how. I'll find him, I guess. I don't know. You can skip away from me for a while and do other people things while she's jogging around town trying to get the big green man. Where he at, boys? Where he at?
Just crouching over. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Batman on top of a roof or something?
I am the knight.
Okay, so you're heading down to the dock area to see where Ford
Yeah.
is. Okay. All right, so you start making your way down. Meanwhile, Alex is taken to the air at this time and is looking around for the lady. And eventually, you come back to the inn. And
That's what I was trying to ask, but he kept telling me to stop.
yeah, you weren't there yet. You've just now
No.
arrived at the inn.
No.
Yes.
I was going to redact that. That's what I kept trying to say.
Oh, what are you doing then?
Considering that fucking Butters brought it up, I would think Alex would be like, yeah, okay, maybe he would like to know this kind of info, so I would have her searching for him.
For Shuffle? Okay. So you're like, this is. Oh yeah, we just got attacked, and Shuffle's very big on. Probably should let Shuffle. Yeah. So you kind of tap Minnie to. Nope, not the inn. Go in, look for Shuffle. You have her fly out, and you know that he went somewhere. Roll a survival check with advantage.
Hooray! Let me fail this again. Oh, thank God!
Also, NPR, I will get to you in a moment.
Okay.
Yep. With that, as you're flying over, you are able to see a black feathered form on top of one of the roofs. It looks like he's finished writing something, has given it to Queen, and Queen is currently taken off.
I'm gonna whistle so he doesn't just shoot me on sight.
So, Shuffle.
He's trigger happy!
Shuffle, you suddenly hear a loud whistling noise, and when you look up, you see a very big, friendly, well, friendly-ish looking bat.
He puts away the note he was reading and just looks at it. Doesn't really say anything.
She lands once she knows he's not gonna shoot her.
Right, and-
Alright, I'm just the courier at the moment. So far, we have found... What I know, actually, did that woman change form at all, or was she just normal throughout the entire time?
Looked normal throughout the entire time.
Okay. We were just attacked by a random woman. In the end, during an interrogation of someone who wanted to buy bees, and she, holds up the white fish, which still disturbs me. Butters!
Oh yeah, Shuffle just doesn't react to it. He's like, you can tell he's not directly looking at you, but he's paying attention. Shuffle's just staying quiet, basically.
This is weird. Alright, well, whatever you're doing, I just wanted to warn you. Be careful of the woman, and she, described what she looks like to him.
Mhm.
I think she might be one of the people selling those little things that you and that man have. She's gonna head back to the inn.
Rue, on the stream we can see
Hold
NPR
on,
has
hold on,
private
hold on,
messaged
hold
you.
on. I know.
Shuffle will just hop off the roof and start walking towards the end.
So you decide to walk your own way?
Yeah, just kind of. He's gonna walk like through the alleys like he normally.
Okay, just kind of keep the shadows, just thoughtful. Okay. NPR.
Yes.
You decide to try a different avenue. You know where various people are. And you know how to get your way. After you take your short rest, after you see pretty much everyone else has just kind of left you alone, you're like, all right. I never really considered that. You kind of make your way through the city. You know where the signs are to make your way to find what you're looking for. Eventually, you find where the Thieves Guild is. You
Yeet.
give a quick knock at the door. Most thieves
See
don't
you,
have a sign.
motherfucker.
To be fair, Shuffle would also like to go check out there at some point if he knows where it is.
You would also know where the signs are.
He would follow those because Shuffle has taken the route where he plans on saying "fuck it" to the group's response of "don't shoot."
Don't
Shuffle's just kind of pissed at this point. They came in our house basically, killed the person we were protecting, and we could do nothing about it. Alex just pissed off
Alex is pissed off who?
Shuffle.
I mean, at this point, even she's agreeing to shoot them in the face.
If at first you don't succeed, take aim. Alright, so Shuffle is also looking for the Thieves Guild. I'd say that you guys actually arrive at around the same place, around the same time. Mostly because Shuffle, you've been here longer, so you've actually seen the signs kind of just out of your corner of your eyes. You've walked around the city, so you have an idea of where to go. Tenebris, it just takes you a little bit longer just because you're like trying to figure out where the Thieves Guild actually is. And eventually you both arrive there. As Tenebris gives the knock, Shuffle, you just kind of just are right behind him. And eventually you see a face peek out.
Shuffle's innerly thinking, why is a cop going into a thieves guild?
Good question.
It's because I'm not a fucking cop.
There's a green-scaled dragonborn who opens the door.
Good
How
evening.
can we be of assistance?
I require some services that you and your guild may be able to provide me.
Let's not speak into the air. Come on. Motions you both inside.
Shuffle, just as he walks in, clicks with his tongue to say, I want to kill a man.
Did you say, I want to kill man?
Tenebris turns around. Good evening.
Basically, he clicks in thieves game.
Ah. Okay. You hear just a hissing sound from the dragonborn just saying, we can arrange that. So you guys are led inside. There's it's a bustling economy, as it could be called, for Thieves Guild. They look a little bit just kind of a little more twitchy than usual. In Thieves Guilds, they're usually that way, but like when you walk into the door, like several people kind of like pause and kind of like just glance your way real quick, and then just quickly look back to what they were doing, trying to act casual, but there definitely is a tension in the air. The Green Dragonborn continues in. By the way, I'm Copper. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Copper. Say, the atmosphere seems a bit tense. May I ask why?
Water spout kind of blew out most of the ships. Lost a good few people who were working at the docks that day.
Ah, I see.
Well, lost a few, and we lost a few others to Kind of looks over to an empty table. He makes like a motion like he's getting ready to spit, and then he just kind of like shakes his head. A few others are trying to look into alternative methods of protecting themselves. Fools, a lot of them. The shells ain't worth it.
So you've heard of the shells, then? Well, who hasn't, I suppose?
Shuffle will pull out the whiteboard. Where's the shell supplier?
That's a good question. Now, normally I'd be able to tell you, this is exactly where it's coming from. You'd think thieves' guilds, they'd tell us what we need to know. Here, take a seat. He motions to some of the chairs, and he sits back, kind of just kicks up his legs on.
Shuffle's not gonna sit, but he will stand and listen.
He doesn't care.
He sits. Tenebris sits.
Yep. Copper sits back, he kicks up his legs as he leans back in the chair. This kind of operation has been doing some stuff. I'm thinking it's underground. There's only 2 other places on this island. This is the big city. Good for if you want to actually get the good shit shipped out. We've got other places too. We've got the mines, which are more down towards the middle of the island. And we've got the city on the other side. The city's a good place for growing shit. Keeps the mushroom industry up and bustling. If you're looking for where the good shit hides, it's down below.
Tenebris leans back and he puts his hand where like the tips of his fingers are touching.
Shuffle will hand a note of the exact details he was given about that woman.
About the one what?
The woman that came in and destroyed everything and just walked out.
He looks it over, and you see him like look it over. Make an insight check.
Could I?
Yes, you may as well. You both are watching this.
May you do that for me?
Sure.
Not on a computer.
Not a computer, no worries. Need to roll a nice insight, Reno.
Tenebris is
Not
also going to say just like, I was hoping that I could hire people to search for these headquarters.
Okay.
I know what their people look like. Cloaked.
You, Tenebris, Butters, you got a 12. He got an 18. The 18 did beat his charisma roll to try and keep face, which he looks like he's keeping face to you, Shuffle, but to Tenebris, you see his eye twitch very noticeably, and his lips curl very slightly into a scowl as he reads the description.
He tilts his head.
Sorry, what was that?
He just tilts his head, but then, like, just goes back to normal. Interesting reaction.
Interesting. Kind of hands the paper back to Shuffle.
What do you know about this that gets you so shaken?
I've known spellcasters. Who hasn't? I mean, they seem to be everywhere.
His eyes light up.
This woman. Last I heard, she was supposed to be dead. Clearly not, but
Guru, is it safe to like in Tenebris's mind he's just like spellcaster, bing, light goes off in his head, and then like he remembers, wait, that was a woman that just fucking appeared and then killed someone and then disappeared. Bing, another light pops in his head.
That's the description I gave him. Yeah, that's the description I gave him. I gave him the description of that woman.
Yep.
Yep. Just so he knows, because he would have been able to see the note, probably.
Of course.
He'll write on the piece of paper. He'll draw the hood or the cloak that all these people have been wearing, and said, "By any chance, do you know of a hideout where people love to wear this type of fashion this season?"
Oh my god!
He has to read it twice because he's trying not to laugh at the end of it. I haven't had a good laugh in a while. We've been trying to find such a place, but all of our contacts in the mines and in the other city are apparently too indisposed to message us. Kind of rude, but at the same time, that's what worries me.
Tenebrous leans forward ominously. Now, I have some reason to believe this spellcaster is the same spellcaster that my benefactor told me about when I was sent to investigate. He says with imaginary quote unquote the epidemic in the Ironside Cliffs.
I heard about that. Tragic, really, but I don't see how it has any connection with her. Unless you know
You see,
details.
we would Tenebrous have seen this person at the market, or
She was
only
one of
on?
the people at the market. You did not see her. Only Honey had.
Okay. You see, the people that are dressed like her, the cloaked figures, as Shuffler's talking about. One of them tried to buy a shit. What's the word? Our character. Wagon? No.
Catch.
Like, yeah. One of them tried to buy a catch of peculiar fish that looked quite diseased in a very unnatural way. I have a feeling that there is a connection. I have a feeling that this place is about to become the next target for this epidemic.
Guru, have I just seen people with these cloaks like roaming the city almost? Everyone's
Not a large collection of them. At most, you've seen maybe a dozen. And never in one place. They're all just all over.
Have I ever been able to put together a pattern of where they're hanging out?
No. They don't seem to be hanging out here. Generally, you see them, and they seem to just be whenever they leave, they just keep going. So they're either going into the mountain, or they're going around the mountain.
I will pass a note to Tenebrous.
What does it say?
Would you like to show the lovely people of the city that we're listening?
He considers it for a second. He keeps the note in his hand, but he digresses for a moment, and he turns to the man and he says, "We need all the information that you have, and some resources to find extra information on these cloaked figures. If what I am saying is correct, there could be a very catastrophic event happening soon."
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm not Peter. God damn it.
Still rolled good. We don't exactly have a lot of resources here that we aren't funneling to try and helping out with ensuring that we have a business later, if you catch my drift. We can offer trade routes that can help get you deeper into the mountain if you're going that way. If you're going around the mountain, I can offer you a sword, but that's about it. It's just gonna be
A sword?
clear away the foliage, and it's just gonna be pretty much just to hack your way through and keep you moving forward, if you catch my drift.
Hey, Guru. Can I make like an insight check to see like what are the possibilities that Shuffle would think of for the reason people keep going missing by walking into the jungle is because these people are intercepting? Would that be
You can
intelligence?
you can make that assumption. You wouldn't be able to know for sure. I'd say that you can make that assumption freely. He's a smart boy.
A sword, eh? May I see it?
He kind of just chuckles softly, kind of like snaps his fingers and waves them to two of the other guys. They just kind of like roll their eyes and grab one of the tables and they pull it back, and you actually see that there's an extension to the table built into the wall. As they pull it back, as it's got a row of various different items, including and not limited to hand axes, daggers, a few spears, and
Okay,
a
I
few
turned over to my
machetes.
computer.
What?
I turned over to my computer.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah.
They pull out a table that has a weapon rack behind it that has weapons like hand axes, daggers, spears, as well as a few machetes, which are essentially just slashing-based short swords for their purposes.
Would, like, from the way he said, I guess, like, I'd be able to show this to people. Oh yeah,
You're cutting in and out, man.
So would are these like decorated or something so that like if I go I'm part of the guild?
The only part of it that you'd say is decorated would be the pommel. So like the tail end of it is the only thing that is decorated. Everything else is plain as hell.
Is Shuffle branded?
He is.
He'll take one.
Is Shuffle branded?
He is.
I'd like to show my brand to this guy.
Okay. You
Just in case he
Yep.
is just messing with us. I feel like this might pull some leeway.
right. You kind of push up your sleeve, kind of covertly, and you show off your shoulder where you're branded.
Spread some feathers.
Spread some feathers, of course. Guy he glances at it out of the corner of his eye, and he tilts his head from side to side thoughtfully before shrugging, just like, yeah, I know. I kind of guessed as much.
So he goes. Then he puts a note down. And he doesn't slam it down, but he puts it down with force, and it says, "Are there any of those hooded fucks in this place currently?"
In the city or in here?
He points down.
No. We don't keep their kind with us. They give us a bad name and just from breathing the same air.
He'll write on the note.
Bold of you to assume that they would simply not disguise themselves at all.
They're kind of bad at it. The more they use those shells, the paler they get. Makes them really easy to spot. And they usually don't try and bring people into their school, as they call it, until they've taken at least 3 hits of the motions to the... like, makes the motion of the spiral. That's when it really starts to sink into their flesh.
Shuffle makes the sound, just like on the verge of laughter sound.
You seem to know a lot about these shells.
He writes on paper,
something.
"I've taken 2 hits."
He kind of looks at it, looks back at you. You're very lucky then. Third one might warp you a bit more.
Nah,
Up to
I was
this.
told by a nice, sweet old lady to stop doing it.
Nice, sweet old lady.
He reads that, guy looks very confused. Tilts his head just like, what?
Over his
Tenebris
nods.
also looks confused.
Oh, he also just writes down openly. Can we go around? And he's pointed towards Celebris, maybe like, "You want to go around the city and just kill some of these hooded people?"
I'm considering it, though I'm debating whether I want my presence known.
He whips out
Although
the
if the
shotgun.
spellcaster knows who I am, then can't do much harm, can it?
Shuffle just kind of summons the shotgun from his pocket dimension and just goes, "With this bad boy, I created it good enough where I don't think it would matter if they saw us coming."
Shuffle is chaotic neutral, and I love him.
Out of character, we're the stealth. I think we're the people that put out some of the most DPS, and we're some of the people with the best stealth. So technically, I don't think there could be a better combination for anybody to do this.
Oh no! I can't
Dude, you stun them. I walk up with a shotgun.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Shuffle cold stunner.
And fucking pass without trace as
And
well.
pass without a trace. Dude, this is like a grog. This is a grogitarian moment. Part
Part 1.
Done.
Yeah.
He extends his hand to shake it.
Did I what?
Did you see what I sent you in DMs?
Hold on. Roll a stealth check.
I'm gonna use my real dice for this.
Oh, are you stealthing up to us?
$20.
20, okay. So as all this is going on, honey, you are in a chair in the corner just listening in on this. You were able to very stealthily just kind of just linger behind them as you just followed them in. So you've just been sitting here listening to this whole thing.
Could I roll a perception check?
You may now roll a perception check if you wish.
Do I roll perception check?
You may roll a perception check.
I had to take off my headphones to do something. What I mean?
Honey is in the Thieves
exactly
Guild
average.
and is currently just kind of just sitting there just like
I've been-
listening.
In the shadows, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, anything Shuffle said, it doesn't matter if she's in the shadows. He passes notes.
Right.
So-
Yeah, so yeah.
Anything you think you know what Shuffle said, you don't. Once again, benefit of being a Kinku.
You fucking right, boy.
Yep,
So 21 passive. Do I just see them?
You now see them. You didn't notice them before. With your passive perception, with the 20,
The
no.
shotgun jerks to their location.
What-
He doesn't know who it is at first, so he just automatically points the shotgun at.
You know who this is. This is Honey. You've seen Honey before.
Yeah, but I don't recognize who it was immediately.
Yeah, okay.
Shuffle's more noticed about person in Thieves Guild.
Tenebris looks to where he's pointed the shotgun.
And he doesn't put down the shotgun. He just has the motion with the other hand to.
Does Tenebris now see Honey? Or
Well, now that it's been pointed out, yes.
Looks like you both finally spot me.
Tenebris can he shadow step behind her?
Him.
He just
Behind him, sorry.
does Honey walk up to Shuffle?
He will if you motion him.
Yeah, he motioned to. He baps you on the side of the head.
Wait, can Tenebris
Yeah,
shadow
you
step
can
behind
shadow
her?
step behind, yes.
Why, hello there.
Did you just Obi-Wan Kenobi him?
He's gonna grab onto your chin and be like, "How are you doing this fine day?"
Oh my god.
As you do that, you get backhanded by Shuffle.
Wait, who you? Whose chin are you touching?
Honey has you know how like when someone like grabs someone's chin with like their thumb and their index finger, kind of being flirtatiously affectionate. That's what he's doing since you're quite close to him now.
Shuffle will start pulling out his John Matthews fake identity he made. Yeah, Shuffle has a fake identity.
Wait, who's Honey doing
Shuffle's-
this to?
Shuffle's been made a fake.
Oh.
Because you
Oh,
shadow stepped
okay.
behind him and he said, "Hello, how are you doing this fine day? You're quite
I'm
close
doing
now."
well. Why are you grabbing my chin?
Oh, sweet
met-
shot.
on, game.
Sweet one. I have met you, but for only a day.
Mhm. Maybe we can get more personal.
He sort of he lightly strokes his chin, like the Honey's chin, and then shadow steps back to the chair.
Shuffle hands a note to Tenebris and says, "By any chance, do you have a mask so we can conceal our faces?" As Shuffle pulls out the nightmare mask.
I don't know. Do you have one I may have?
Mm-hmm. And I'll put the nightmare mask on him.
What's the nightmare mask?
Imagine
Go ahead.
it's a human face, but it's made to fit a kinku. So the face is extremely elongated, and it's
It takes bird-nosed person to a whole new extreme.
I mean, it would make me look like a bird person, so...
you look like a
Yeah.
person. You look like a bird person trying to look normal.
a bird person with horns.
Also, Guru, during my time, did I create any bullets? Because that's what I said I was doing on that roof, mainly.
Yes, I'd say you would be able to make during at least the first hour before you were working on the note to the dockmaster as you requested. You'd have been able to make what is the amount? Real quick.
I have 25 left to make. I know that.
I'd say you'd have been able to make at least.
I was there
I'll
for
round it up to
3.
5. I'll round it up to 5 for
Alright.
this one because you spent the whole
So-
time just working on just that.
So Tenebris is going to turn to Carper, who's no doubt confused.
Copper's just
gonna-
watching this, just like, friend
Yeah.
of yours. I have no.
Shuffle shakes his head no.
We are...
Friend of
Acquainted.
mine, at least.
Honey is going to sit down between the two and be like, "Hello, Copper."
Why, hello there. How you
You
doing?
you two know each other.
We've met once, but I hardly find that worth noting. Kind of gives a shrug, just like it's it's not one time, 1,000 times. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, you say that the people in the cloaks have not been in here before. Are you quite sure about that?
And he's going to tilt his head slightly.
I said they've been in here before, but they haven't been in here since we realized their danger.
So, did you know about what they're doing in the more back area of this guild?
He holds up a finger. How do you know about that?
I have my ways.
You see part of his mouth just kind of slowly quirk up.
Shuffle just goes, "How did you know about that?" Shuffle doesn't take "I have my ways" for an answer.
Right.
He's just gonna boop shuffle on the beak but not answer.
Fuck you. In Ford's voice.
Could
He'll just let out a chuckle.
could Tenebris insight
You can. What are you inciting?
what she means by...
You're not gonna
I
know what
have
she
my-
means. So what he means by it, but you can insight
What he
check.
means.
T minus 5 minutes till Shuffle just walks out this bitch and starts shooting. He's getting antsy.
I can tell. Based off that roll, he looks confident. Like he's very calm and very collected, very confident.
Sorry, what was the context again? I completely forgot.
He asked if Copper knew what was going on in the back room, and only has said that he knows his way. He has his ways.
He has his ways of knowing.
Yes, when
About
Copper asks
certain
him, "How do you
things.
know?"
Mm-hmm.
Honey, you get a note saying which back room exactly?
He dismisses it for now.
Anyway, we're getting off track. So, you have a trade route that goes closer to the mountain.
Into the mines, and if there's anywhere you're going to want to shack up to hide, with how dead silent it's gone, it's probably the fastest way there. Who knows? There might be enough of your cloaked friends to have them party with that. He kind of motions to the gun. That little showstopper you got.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been gone for a bit now.
It
It was in roll 20 chat.
yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
it was in roll 20. Yeah.
No worries.
If
I hate tricksters. And then he he moves his hand up and he grabs a pipe from the distance. He doesn't reach out and grab it. He just holds up his hand and just floats over into his hand as he takes a smoke.
Shuffle does like the Macaulay Culkin face, but as like with the least energy as possible. Like, oh wow, I'm so shocked. That's so cool. How do you do it?
Tenebris leans back again. And he says, what did he say?
I realized I've been muted.
Oh no!
Shit, I lost it.
Oh
What's the train of thought? Come back.
How many back rooms are near eye distance?
Oh, yeah, that was it.
There's a couple of different back rooms.
Shuffle's counting them.
There's only 3 back rooms.
Yeah. Tenebris asks, if it is possible, I would advise, with your thieves, checking the food that is coming in to this place. If it looks off, steal it and throw it away. We wouldn't want you to lose all of your business now, would we?
That's what we've been doing for ourselves and trying to mitigate the damage, but sailors, they don't exactly listen to a bunch of crooks now, do they?
People only tend to care about the money it brings.
Surprisingly enough,
Indeed.
it appears that we're the only ones who actually care about more than that. Although, let's be fair, money has its tie-ins and such like that. Can't get paid if you have no one to buy it from you.
Of course.
Indeed.
So if you're planning on going, we can arrange for the trade route. We can get you a few extra people, maybe. Or if you have a few extra people, I mean, no offense, I'd prefer you have people that you know, rather than sending some of our own. No offense meant.
Yes, I have a few acquaintances, such as these two, and some others, whom I expect will be more than willing to accompany.
Good. That'll definitely be of assistance to really everything.
Should your guild find any information, do send me a message. Perhaps to the inn, to Koyev's inn, or perhaps
you know
to...
Koyev. Oh, he's such a good guy.
Yes, he is.
He
Opens
actually,
first
very
back
well.
door.
Hey! Kind of motions you away. Hey!
He just points to. He's like hands just going across all 3 of them, waiting for him to tell him to stop. Which he's going in one of these motherfuckers. It's up to him which one.
You keep that up and you'll be going out that door. Points to the door you walked in from.
Honey just looks
Trade
at
routes
Smoke
don't come
Knuckle.
through here. They're outside. If you want to get your rocks off with that... Kind of motions to all of Shuffle because he's not sure where he stowed it away. So like, if you want to get your rocks off with that, I'd recommend you wait. We have to get a few supplies for you, and I'm pretty sure that you'd want to wait.
Back
Just-
room.
1 hour, go get the supplies you need on your end. We'll get you the trade route into the mines. We're dealing with the back room.
So he just writes it on a whiteboard, so you can get rid of all evidence. No, thank you. May I see back? And he turns the whiteboard around.
Not getting rid of evidence.
Charles goes,
Tenebris takes one of the machetes that he was offered.
Mhm.
Do any of the others get a machete, or only myself?
Depends on who wants it. And generally it's only if you're going around the side. If you're going through the mines, it's helpful to have an extra weapon, but not necessary per se.
I'll take out the Joe knife.
Okay.
Look around. Just do a good full 360.
Okay.
Slowly.
There's not a whole lot of things in here that are magical. You do see the conjuration magic of the mage hand on his pipe, just kind of holding it up as he's like he leans away from it and is just floating in midair because he's sassy like that. Looking around the room, how far does that give you to? Just to remind me.
I don't. You never give me the stats of this thing.
It's
I
just
just kind of took it and we just rolled with it.
No, it's detect magic.
Okay, 30 feet. And Shuffle will walk around the room if he has to.
Okay. Everyone kind of
He
just
can't reach
watches
the whole
you
room.
looking around through the donut.
He wears like a mono.
Right. Just see if it sees through anything. Nope.
You looking for the donut?
Alright. Yep, 30 feet. This place is clean.
He'll walk up to the door, just press his head against it.
You do so. Within 30 feet, it
Like
is
he does
clean.
each door.
Yep.
Yeah, he does each door.
Yep. Within 30 feet of each door, it is clean.
Does he hear anything on the other side of the doors?
Make a perception check.
I'm going to bear back very quickly, but I do have something
Do I
to
make
do
just
when I get-
one, or do I make?
I'll say make 3. 1 for each door. Okay. The first door you're listening to, pretty solid door. Can't really hear much. Either that or just nothing's going on behind it. Go into the second door, you hear faintly in the distance, you hear just the shuffling of people, probably just doing Thieves Guild stuff. Third door, you hear a little bit more noises of just people. No distinct words. They're far enough away that you can't hear anything distinct, but enough that you're able to know that there are people back there.
I'll hold up the whiteboard and say, "Can at least open the door." This one.
Seeing you're eager, I want to say no. No offense, but people who shoot first and ask questions later are good in this line of business.
I
For
wouldn't
this-
shoot if I didn't have a reason.
Well, exactly. And that's the problem.
Would I have a reason?
We don't know if you'd have a reason. Mostly because we're still trying to figure some shit out. Kind of crosses his arms and leans against the wall.
I'm looking for these fucking people or the fucking fish people. That's the only reason I'd whip out the gun. Is there a reason for me to whip out the gun behind the door?
Behind one of them? Maybe.
Okay.
That's why we're trying to fix it. Remember
We're
what I
trying
said?
to fucking help.
He holds up a
Withholding
hand.
information is just being a dick move.
He holds up a hand, holds up 3 fingers. What do you think happens if you're not strong enough? On the third puff.
Weird entity enters your mind and mind controls you to become addicted.
And what do you think if you are strong enough?
Probably insanity eventually.
Thankfully, we haven't hit that point yet. Last I saw, if you're weak, grabs a hold of you and just kind of drags you down. If you're strong, turns you into a fish person. Means you're unable to breathe air. Unless you take another puff, which gives it another chance to just creep into your mind. A few of our fellow rogues have been subjected to this. They thought that they could go deep sea diving with something like this, give them a chance to look for buried treasures and things like that. All it's done is cause some frustration, if you catch my drift. We're trying to reverse it, but it's some kind of magical toxin. It's made it next to impossible to get it actually out of them.
Then kill them.
As much as we're rogues and vagabonds, we at the very least want to know what we're dealing with, and the longer we keep them alive, the more chance we have actually finishing it. They haven't actually...
Just the whiteboard like normally goes. How many of the fish people do you have?
We have 3, and they're not like some fish folk. They're not merfolk or anything like that. They were friends. People.
Kill 2 of them.
No.
I know what this fucking thing does to people. It tried to get into my mind once. Kill 2 of them.
No.
You're just leaving them to be tortured. You know that, right?
That's why
Maybe
we've
if you
kept
find,
them.
you might find a cure. Might, keyword. Might not. Might leave them to be tortured and either stuck like that forever, or let that thing take hold of them and they will never get free will.
If it comes to that, we will deal with that.
Let's not be too pushy, Shuffle.
I'm trying to be kind to the people suffering.
Out of character, Guru.
Mhm.
Would I have connections with the temple? Wink, wink.
With the temple here, not a specific person. The temple does have its own specific marking that you can show off, but so far as you're aware, you were told that there aren't many on this island who are connected with it.
And we're talking about the same temple, wink, wink, cult.
Yes, I believe we are.
Okay.
You can
I'll
give me
hand
more
this-
details on that, and I'll
All I
I'll
can
hold
s-
the same note.
Oh,
I'll
wait,
give the same
wait,
note
Cole.
to Honey that I gave to Tenebris, basically saying, "Are you willing to go around the city and possibly fuck some people up?"
I think it'd be better if we keep a low profile. Don't you think?
They fucking attacked you, people. What do you mean low profile? They know who the fuck you are already. They know what you're trying to do because you tried interrogating one of their guys. They came to your front door, killed him, killed their own teammate that was currently in your house, killed 2 people, if Alex told me correctly. They know who the fuck you are and what we're trying to do.
I'm just imagining him scribbling as fast as he can to get this all down.
Right.
Yeah. Shuffle has a 16 sleight of hand. This man can
Right.
zoom with a pen.
I believe it. That's why I'm not making you roll anything.
Trying to hide myself from them. What if authority finds us?
You're very quiet. I can't hear you.
What if authority finds us?
What if we get caught trying to murder? It's still against the law.
He does the guess I'll die gesture.
Just shrugging, just like wide eye, just
Don't get caught.
That's why
sent,
we keep a low profile. Shuffle.
I've sent you a
He
DM,
once again
Guru.
whips out the shotgun, writes down, "Can't keep a low pro."
You can do what you wish, but I have a different plan.
No, I mean physically. This thing's loud as hell.
Yeah, I know.
No, he writes that.
Tenebris has been writing a note addressed to his particular guild.
Do I notice he's writing a note?
If you're arguing with Honey, probably not.
yeah, I'll say that.
He's not arguing with Honey. He's just writing stuff out with him. Because I always do have another pair of eyes watching things in this room.
Yeah, he's writing a note talking about sort of what he's found out so far regarding the target and as well as the particular things going on this island. He writes a separate letter addressed to the temple, wing wing. And
Just fucking say,
Man.
Cole.
Really making it obvious what it is.
Yeah, seriously.
It's totally a temple, guys. Wink, wink.
But that's out of character, so shush shush.
Did he just say temple?
none of you know what this temple is, so I'm not gonna.
You've
reveal
already
it yet.
said it's a cult.
Yeah.
Call it a cult.
So either call it cult or call it temple if you want not out of character knowledge.
Well, yeah, but you don't know what particular temple or cult it is.
As far as Honey knows, Honey doesn't know shit. So
So yeah, he's writing
What's the letter?
a note a letter to the temple talking about particular shells that are being white shells on the island, and that they after 3 uses of these shells, breathe, I suppose, inhaling them, or inhaling their contents, that they cause an addiction, which of which the withdrawal is inability to breathe air. And he's going to ask Copper or Shuffle or Honey, do any of you have any of these white shells? I wish to send one of them to people whom I believe might be able to figure things out about.
Who are these people?
They're a temple. They call themselves a cult, but they're a temple which I'm familiar with.
Can I write down, do they have a name?
Okay, so just like...
Up to you. Yeah. Do you want to tell them? That's up to you.
Yeah, they do. It's the Temple of Sonok.
Temple of what?
I'm sorry.
I'll spell it out for you.
I swallowed my spit at the worst possible time.
Do I can I write down? Is it around God's finger?
What? Sorry.
For that,
is it around God's finger?
You would have to make an intelligence check to see if you know that.
You fucking did
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's why I said make an intelligence check.
Shuffle would rather just not have to worry about thinking hard. He just wants to ask the question.
In which case, off the top of his head, I'm going to say no.
Paris.
You already made me fucking roll it, Guru. I fucking rolled it. Don't take this back. It's too late for that big fella.
Okay, 19. Yes, you would know that there is a such a temple near God's finger. It's more to the north of it, near the Iron Cliffs.
Would I know of any cuntish activity?
Did he just say cuntish?
Yes.
Oh my god.
For the most part, they're pretty good about keeping things on the level. I'm not sure if you'd say necessarily 100% legal, but they're not, they haven't roused any suspicion so far as you've heard.
Yeah, Shovel just stays quiet. So it sounds like a cop organization. They do stuff. Not fully illegal, not really like illegal, but not totally legal either. So I'm just like
skirting around
skirting
around the border of legal and illegal. So yeah, just cops.
Yeah, right. Just cops.
Well, do any of you have a shell I might use?
How do I know I can trust you or your cult?
I didn't say.
Shuffle redoes and his, or in her voice, just coming out of his mouth.
Why did you spit it?
He had such emphasis in the cult, it made him, or he made him laugh and stuff.
Did he still laugh? Does that require mimicry?
When he said cult, he was saying that to me out of character.
Me?
No, him.
No, I'm talking about her.
Oh, her? Oh,
when she
cult.
said cult.
Right.
Even though she never heard. Well, yeah, she had the word cult. Yeah. So yeah, when she said the word cult, that's what he's repeating.
Okay,
it's
just
like
make
cult.
sure.
Well, if you don't want me to send it, then of course, don't give me a shell. I will find a shell eventually, and then I will send that letter. Regardless, Copper, do you know of
Say again?
around
Get out.
this? Copper, are there messengers here that may be able to send a rather important letter to my guild?
carrier pigeons at the top of the city, but beyond that, not many.
Thank you.
Just a quick nod.
Well, honey, Copper, do you have a shell or not? Hello?
Yes?
Honey, staying quiet.
Shuffle staying quiet. Because I didn't hear what he said, to be honest.
He asked if you guys had a shell that you could give him to.
Oh, yep, Shuffle staying quiet.
Everyone's like,
He's a cap. Don't give him anything.
I assure you, they are trustworthy.
Okay. Shuffle
Most
just
of
says
them.
that in some random voice. Just, okay.
Would out of character would I know if they, or would I know if they had actually helped stop the render,
If who had helped.
or the Temple of Seven, or is this like not known yet?
It's not something that is knowledge you're aware of.
Okay.
So it's not like, you can just use that as a, hey, this is totally a thing.
you a lackey, boy.
But he would know that that the founder of this temple was helping.
He was helpful. And that's something that they follow in their values. Beyond that, most people, with how little most people know of it, doesn't necessarily make him the most trustworthy in a lot of people's minds. Just because most people tend to think essentially along the lines of what everyone else is already saying they think, essentially.
Well, he's going to say whether this counts as deception or not. Its founder, a man called Peter.
I'm sorry.
He was helpful in the in reversing the effect, in reversing the rending.
Shuffle will take out the whiteboard and say, cool, you know history. You want to fucking cook?
Can I roll like insight or something?
You can roll insight.
Oh my god! Shuffle has become unhinged and I love it!
I mean, he at the very least seems confident in himself.
I mean, Shuffle was on the bridge of a nervous breakdown, and you came over there and dropped. So, like, he's just done
But like,
caring.
would I know the name Peta or
A history
know
check.
the name of this cult? Okay.
Crying.
Can I have
if you're
history
doing the
check
cult,
with
it'd be-
advantage since I joined, since I rolled well on the whole history?
I'll allow it. You can also roll. For you, it'd be religion check with advantage.
Oh,
Because you rolled well for knowing about it.
So that's for the name. What about the cult?
That'd be religion check. Straight roll for you.
so yeah, it's a 15.
Well,
With
I don't know.
11, not something you really have paid much attention to. It's you're like, I've been doing a lot of stuff. This is new. Shuffle, you really don't know too much about him or about anything regarding this entity. What you do know is most of the people who are either referred to or discuss things regarding this entity generally are people of either a knowledge, arcana, and in some cases a more trickery nature.
That fucking describes not Truffle. The fuck? I wish I could have rolled Arcana to know him for some reason.
No, it's not an arcana check for that.
Yeah, Shuffle just goes, like, just shrugs and basically goes, okay. Like, and he just writes down, sorry for being a dick about it, but really, I get it. You're trying to help people. Like, okay, man. I am too.
Does he give the shell, or
You don't even know he has a shell. He never
Well,
took it out. He just said he's taken hits before.
We put like the two most confrontational people in the same fucking room on opposite sides.
I mean, he was
You ain't taking his shit.
okay. Fine.
Shuffle's a better person than he was a week ago, but he still wants his shit.
He's
hoarder.
still a thief. He still wants the stuff that he took.
Fair enough.
We'll pull out a spray bottle and just write down, I got a spray.
Alchemy fire!
I don't need a spray bottle at all. But yes, I think I shall be off to send this one letter.
Honey takes out a shell.
Okay.
And puts it down
Oh.
in front of Tenebris. You have me curious.
Thank you.
Okay.
He picks up the shell and puts it in his pocket and says, I hope this helps. Whatever is going on in this place.
As much as it can. Copper shrugs. Like I said, if you all are planning on doing something, we can have a passage into the mine set up in an hour. Might give you something nice along the way. Kind of winks at Shuffle, just like, you'll like this.
Shuffle just looks fucking done at this point.
I just
Like-
legit.
Like you,
If
if
they
you
were-
were Austin Powers, he does the whoop-de-doo, Basil.
I don't know why, but I legit imagine Shuffle writing on the whiteboard. I don't swing that way.
Shuffle doesn't even know if he swings that way. So, wait, so after you take the shell, are you just leaving into your...
Well, Tenebris is first gonna ask.
Okay, good. I thought he was just...
Where does this trade route leave from?
One of the places that it's closest to is a little inn. It's referred to as a... actually, you have to go basically towards the mountain from the treasure trove. We keep it close to where we have friends.
Okay, so I assume Tenebris would be able to get there.
You have a room there currently, so yes.
Oh, this is the okay, right.
Yes, that's
okay,
Koyev's
right.
place. So you'd go
Oh,
towards the mountain
okay.
from Koyev's place.
Well, I'm currently staying there myself, so.
Most people tend to if they've got a good head on their shoulders.
He nods to Copper and says, "Thank you," and then he looks to Shuffle and Honey. I shall meet you back at the inn.
Of course.
As he turns around to walk out, Shuffle just kind of does the jerk off motion while he's just walking out. As he waits till he leaves, then he'll walk out.
Before Tenebris leaves, Honey is going to slightly grab onto whatever he's wearing and say, "Don't make me regret giving you that shell."
Don't worry, I won't.
Shuffle just hands a note to him that says, "You guys are too fucking edgy," and he kicks down the door.
You guys are too edgy. Kicks open door.
Kicks over the door. As it ran-
Honey's ears are gonna go down like, "Oh Jesus!"
And then if you flip the page, it says, "P.S. Please get a room and fuck off."
Oh my god!
Yeah, so he,
I'm heading to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hide behind.
It's where heavy heart with I say this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find Terry and Darrington.
Oh my god!
oh my god.
All right. So.
Why would you say something so brave but so controversial?
All right.
I need Tyrion and I need Nostra.
Oh dear.
So the last time you've seen
Ooh.
Tyrion, he was down at the docks. So he was on the ship.
Fuck it. Let's start a group project with him. Now. All right, I'm going to him.
Nostra's in the city, so
And
they
Nostra went
could
down to the
meet,
docks.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
You
Guess I'm
didn't,
going
you
to
didn't
a
see her
fucking
do that, but if you're looking for Tyrion, are you looking for Nostra or Tyrion first?
I would know where Tyrion was, so I guess I gotta
He
go
was
to
at the
him
docks
first.
on the boat.
Fine, I'll go to the boat. I just got off the boat.
I find
Boat.
Ford at all.
Yeah, I'm getting to you.
Good. I just wanted to ask the quick question if I made it back to the end and noticed, hey, people are fucking missing, and I
Yeah.
still don't know what the hell what happened to the fish.
Yep.
Yanks, what up?
Yeah, so you get back to the place, you're like, yeah, you leave shuffling, like, okay, okay. You get there, you're looking around, you're like, all right,
Everyone's gone.
Koya's just cleaning his glass, kind of looks into it, just like, looks at it like, oh, so you've come back. Do you know where everyone else went? I looked away for 2 seconds and they're all just gone.
Can I safely assume they went to the boat?
You can presume as much.
I mean, you saw Shuffle definitely not walking towards the boat.
Yeah,
I'm
Shuffle,
like, you? Shuffle, she's less concerned with because she's steadily learning. Oh, hey, Shuffle can hold his own. She doesn't know if Nostra's gonna do something.
Yeah, baby. She's gonna do so many things.
Can I head to the... While Nostra does her thing.
Yes. I'll say that Nostra, you had a head start, so she'll arrive maybe 10 minutes after because she has a bat that can literally just jump off the edge and get there. You arrive at the boat.
Jump off the edge.
Yes.
Just imagine me going to a cliff and legit just falling off.
So Nostra's like at the boat now. Can she get
She's
on
at the
that?
boat. Yes,
Is
she
really-
can get on
yeah.
the boat. She has permissions and access.
She goes on the boat and she's like, "Has anybody seen Ford around? Hello?"
You see the golden-haired man, Tyrion, kind of look around as he hears a voice. Finally! Someone else is here! Listen! Wait, are you the one who can cast fire, or are you the one who can't cast fire? This is a very important question.
I cast fire all the time.
Excellent! We need you to help. He came to me because he was looking for a way to mass-produce fire. I have alchemy fire in a decent supply, but if I have someone like yourself, we can get this fish taken care of post-haste.
Oh, okay. That sounds fine.
Yes, and you see on the deck they've got it's been kind of like put into a net and pulled upward into the air, the fish.
Oh, great. Nice. Where is Ford around? I gotta ask him something.
Oh, he is currently in his captain's quarters. He's doing the captaining thing.
Right.
Tyrion can't.
Alright, bye. And she before Tyrion can say anything, she runs. She sprints away from him. Captain's quarters.
Dottie, take that down. She was blown away by my beauty.
Mother!
Yes, you run over
He's like
to
doing the current.
John, look at roll 20 for me.
Yes, you're very confused and doubting. Yes, he
Just
cannot
so you
cast a
know-
fire spell.
I don't think Tyrion can't summon a demon, by the way. There.
No, she's talking about Ford.
Oh, okay. Making
No,
sure. I was like,
that's
what?
Ford she's talking about. I know who she's talking about.
Also, I thought he had green flame blade. No, he had booming blade.
He had
That's what
booming
booming.
blade, which I think he might have redacted because he thought he could make 2 attacks with that. But yes, so you run over. Do you open the door or do you knock on it?
Knock.
You knock. You hear a momentary shuffling. Just yeah, come in.
We're Ford. Okay, she comes in.
Nostra. Yeah.
Whoa.
He gives you kind of a little.
I have question.
Question?
I might have
Sailor.
answer. What is question?
I
You're
have
a
question.
sailor person, so have you ever heard the name Kovos before?
Uno momento.
You smoking fertile.
No, that was me out of character, you dweeb.
I know.
I can't say I rightly have. I'm not exactly the religious folk, per se.
Alright, before we do anything else out of character, be right back. I have to take care of my dog for a second. Everybody take a break, get some water, go to the
Stay
bathroom. I'm
hydrated.
sorry, I'm not the DM, but I'm calling a break. I'm sorry.
Quick break, just because we were focused on her. So yeah, if everyone needs to get water, just quickly do what you need to do.
Trying to find my fucking phone.
Find your
I don't
phone.
know. Be alright.
Everything.
Oh,
and
I
VR
also.
got me dying.
Okay, so I forgot. I did get that. I said I wanted I got wiring and I got an insulated glove. last time I was at the shop? Because I have it on my sheet that I bought it, but I'm not positive if I did.
Paris.
Hmm.
So you know Temple of Sonok exists, and Pate is like he's up there.
You didn't hear me say he did it, boys.
But like you, this is gonna sound like clickbait, but you won't believe what Tenebris knows or is, I suppose.
I probably will
That's
believe to a
great.
degree.
Hold on.
He just went from idea
mean,
that
you'll
he
just
would
have to
like
ask.
data. He wouldn't like.
Uh,
He's an authority figure.
Oh my
Authority figure.
god!
Throughout-
He wouldn't
oh
like
my
data
god.
anymore.
But he's not wrong. That's how shuffle works. It can lead anything. Fuck you.
I like to say that someone named Trix EXE. I'm assuming they're talking about me and NPR. They said this is D&D.
Yes.
Because I keep talking in a nice
We-
whispery
we-
voice. You're
both
British.
have low-
Guys are both-
We both have low, whispery voices in this campaign.
Both characters are annoying the hell out of Shuffle with your voices. I was like, in his head, he's like, one of them has to be fake. I swear. One of them has mimicry. I swear, they're the same voice.
Perfect.
We should just like
What's
we
British?
should just interchange ourselves in front of Shuffle. Just one of us has alter self.
Oh my god.
A second.
Just imagine listening in on a conversation between Honey and Tenebris. So, how was your day?
Good. How about
Oh, my day was pretty good.
He's like, oh god.
I think.
And it's two whispering people flirting. That's what got Shuffle.
Right.
Right. Hey, sister squad, I'm back.
Sister squad.
Squad.
Hey, sister.
Okay, so we're talking to this Guru here. Hello, Guru.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, hi. How are you? Okay, so
Good.
talking to Ford,
Mhm.
jumping back into it. She's like, "All right, thank you for answering," and she gives him like tentative finger guns. Like,
Like, giving her the old finger darts. A.
Alex loves you and misses you a lot.
Fucker.
Appreciate the. The guy like looks very confused for a second. He's like, oh, all right.
Want me to
Thank
tell you that, definitely. I gotta go. I'm sorry for interrupting. I hope you're having a splendid day.
Considering the smell of those fish, I'll be happy
Yeah, I'll
to deal
take
with
care of
that. Appreciated.
If you need my help, just call me. I gotta go talk to the golden man with the weird thing on the deck. He was alright. Bye. And she leaves.
I thought she said the golden man with the weird thing on his dick.
No.
That too. That too.
That's
Applicable. I
Questionable reaction.
Alright, so you.
guess. So she goes back out onto the deck and is like, "Okay, is he still there? Is anybody else in the
He's
deck?"
still there. Currently, he looks
it
like
only him?
he's the only person on the deck. And he's
Looks
looking
like
up
it,
at
or he is.
He is the only person on the deck that you can see.
Okay.
He's just sitting there, like looking at it, just like if we have at least 5 bottles. No, 5 bottles is too little. We need to increase the volume so we can make sure that we.
Sir.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, what do you need me to do? You need me to just launch a fireball up there?
I'll be right back.
If you could, yes, it would save on.
Oh,
Alcohol
fuck
fire.
yes.
He like, he sees, he hears that, and just you see him just take a very large step away. Just have at it.
Rue, is this what I need to use fireball on this?
Yes. This is a
Oh.
big enough thing of it, so you can just fireball away.
Alright, I'm feeling a little young and restless, so
Mm-hmm.
just fireball, and I'm going to add flame scale to it.
Okay.
I assume it automatically hits.
It automatically
Do I need
hits.
to roll for damage?
Roll for damage just for fun.
Oh fuck yes. That's a 13 for damage, and for flame scale.
You rolled 8d6 and got 13.
D6? Oh, I thought. Fuck it. I thought it was a 20. Might be.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you roll 8d6 for fireball.
D6?
Yeah, I'm like 13. That's a little low.
That's 1.
Mhm.
Click the fucking thing. Hang on.
You should be able to just click that on roll
Fireball.
20. Hit that nice and fireball. There we go.
That's 30.
33
That's
points
and
of fire
flame
damage.
skill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do flame skill. That's an 18. So the fire is now white instead of blue.
Okay, so yeah, you turn your hand and you feel your arm shake.
36
veins
damage.
pulsing across your arm as you let loose this fireball. For a moment, it's just that red that just seems to pulsate for a moment, turn blue, and there's just this white, almost sun nova looking at ball that Tyrion kind of has to shade himself from, and Dottie kind of puts a hand over his face, just like, no, don't look at that. And Paris, you suddenly see a flash of something near the boat. It's like this little as
Wait,
it disappears after
Paris
6
is
seconds. Yes, Paris is flying down, and so she would be able to see that from the boat. Like from where she's at, she'd be able to see that light.
Is Shuffle at this
You're in
time
the Thieves
like-
Guild. This is happening
Okay,
while you're at the
actually,
Thieves Guild.
No, I didn't plan on seeing it. I'm asking, do I hear something? Because I imagine, because like the underground echoes a lot. Not underground, but the.
No, you don't hear anything. It's just fireball.
What? The worst part is Alex's head. It's like, well, then that must be a Nostra.
But when it ends, there, like, you hear the little splashes of the charred remains of the bones, and when I say the bones, I mean only their heads. The ribs, the spine, completely crisp. It's basically just ash falling in. There's no rope.
I feel like everybody below deck is like, what the fuck was that?
What the hell was that? What the fuck did you do?
She is Alex landed?
She comes and
Or
she
is she-
lands after, I say, a minute. So just... Hi, Emmy! You see Minnie wave at you.
Oh, hello.
I'm assuming that fireball was your doing.
No. How could you
No.
ever assume that? I'm insulted. That's
Oh my
not
god, I'll be
me.
right back real fast.
Perfect timing.
Goodbye.
I think she was talking about out of character, but obviously we're going to laugh about that.
Yeah.
Tyrion just kind of like, must say, that was very impressive. How'd you manage to get it to the little light show thing?
I'm fantastic.
I mean, I am as well.
Okay, I'm
That's
back.
what I'm asking. Welcome back. It was just, for a moment there, I saw it change. It was that orangey red, the heart-pounding fires, and then it went blue, and then it went just, so bright that I could barely see it. Were you trying to summon the sun?
Is it hard to tell that was magic?
No, I know that
It's
it was
not
magic, but
real.
how she did it. Donnie, make note of that.
I don't think a magician is supposed to give away all their secrets, don't you?
Oh, wait, hang on. I lean very close. She leans very close to Terry, and she's like, I'll tell you. Hang on. Shh. And she leans very close.
He leans down.
D's nuts. And then and she's like,
No!
doesn't actually say idiot, but she pulls away.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't tell you. It's my secret sauce.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awful.
He leans close to Dottie. Write that down. D's nuts. It must be an anagram or a code.
So where is everyone?
Most people are either right. Most of the people are still in the inn in terms of the crew. Ford with Vax and Tyrion are the people who came down to the boat.
Oh, Alex. Ford is in his office. He seems awful lonely. No? Oh, she's not here yet? She
No,
left?
she's just
Okay.
kind of. Okay. Remember how I told you I talk with my hands? This is another occasion in which I do.
Yeah.
She's just kind of like squinting at you, like, what the fuck? Can I insight her? Come to think of
You
it.
may insight check her.
Uh,
Okay, 18. You're not necessarily lying. He is alone in there. I'll allow the deception roll. So yeah, he's very lonely, and she seems to have the best intentions.
Can I just say, like, even believing this, Alex is still kind of wary, considering
Oh,
this is, in
absolutely.
fact, the woman who keeps saying it's my husband.
You're allowed to be
You
wary.
know.
I'm not gonna stop you from making your own assumptions.
May I ask something out of character?
Hmm.
Is Alex and Ford like actually a thing? Are they actually dating?
They fuck.
But not dating. They're just like fuck buddies, right?
There is no idea where this relationship is.
Nope.
Okay.
It was just like, we got good chemistry on the boat.
I
Let's just see
didn't
where
even
this
know
goes.
they did that.
Shuffle was too busy making a gun.
Shuffle was in the crow's nest for like what 2/3 of that trip.
And then
half
under
of
the,
it.
Yeah, half of it.
Half
And then
of
the
it.
other half
He
he was
took-
under the deck.
You gotta realize, in one trip, he made 2 very good items. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm not holding it against him. I'm saying it would make sense that he wouldn't notice shit.
no, like me out of character. I mean, didn't even know that.
Right.
It butters. It's an ore.
I feel like I want to have
that
Nostra
is it.
fuck Vax and try to seduce him.
He's my man.
Seduce Vax.
Oh, I do what he just
Just
said.
Butters snapping his head around. He's my man.
Why do you say that to me right now?
You just said
couldn't
that
hear
out of character.
I just said out of character. That's my man, Leo.
I respect that. Respect that.
But going back to the actual story.
I'm going to knock on his door and see what the fuck. While staring at him, Nostra, by the way.
Come in.
Love you, Queen. And then she starts to leave. the boat,
Love
I
you,
guess.
Queen.
So,
You
yeah,
know-
we're Shuffle in the road. Is Shuffle here? Shuffle hanging out? Because I
He's
know
not here
Butters wanted.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
She's poked her head in. I'm pretty sure Nostra's talking out her ass, but she said apparently you were lonely, quote unquote. Did you burn the fish like I asked you to?
Yeah, they should have been taken care of. Why? Did Tyrion leave some? Tyrion better not have brought any with him. Tyrion!
I mean,
I
technically,
didn't-
I did.
You just see Tyrion like jump behind Imnostra, just like hides behind Dottie. Yes, Ford. Like just like saying it from behind Dottie, just like waves. Hi.
She just holds up the fish that she took. I just took one of these.
I thought you said burn all of them.
I kept one just in case I needed to track this again. Or to use, as any kind of leverage against people who are selling the fucking shells that nearly kill people.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah, that's
What did I miss?
pretty handy. Imnostra vaporized the fish.
Good.
Oh,
The fuck
I
are
did
you
do that.
Are you- That was I just imagined Imnostra just in the background. That was me, like, really proud. Just-
That's so valid.
Have anything else you need fired up?
Actually, I have a list of things that could use a good spark. Let me see. Dottie, get out my list.
Don't.
Are
fucking-
Are any of these items people?
No, they are not.
Okay, because that would cost you a fee.
Obviously, that's why. Wait, people or not? I'm confused.
People will cost you a fee, I think is what she's saying.
Oh, of course. No. I'm not nothing like that.
Where do we go from here then, Nostra? We've lost our lead. and we lost the
I
thieves.
want to eat oysters, but also we should probably regroup and talk about what happened. The others might have found something.
So go back
Tenebris
to
was
the inn?
all in a huff when he went wherever he went.
Isn't he always in a... I've only known him for a day, but he doesn't seem to really relax around that stick up his ass.
Yeah, he's a cop after all. We can't really,
Fair enough.
expect anything from their kind.
Well,
Kind, not the tiefling kind. The tieflings are lovely, but I'm not wild about cops. You know this.
I don't think a lot of us are. If you want to get back to the inn faster, you can hop on Minnie with me.
I'm gonna walk.
Alright. I'll escort her, fuck it, why not?
Making my way downtown. Walking fast.
Days has passed, and
Also-
oh hey, look, there's Shuffle.
Oh. It's
Oh, Shuffle's here now?
You Shuffle. You eventually do see them as you're walking up to them.
I just bolt up to him now.
oh.
He
I
just
think
he like out of his pocket. He like takes out the table, his briefcase, makes it into a table. He grabs some gloves, some wiring,
and just some he has some like ink on him.
What's
And
going on,
it's
little
like
buddy?
he writes down
what is this?
he writes down on the whiteboard. Do you have the spell score?
I have several spell slots.
I think yes, if he has Scorching Ray. Is that what you said?
Oh, Scorching Ray. Yes, she does. I do.
I've had an idea for an item in my head for a very, very long time. I wanted to know if you could help me come to her.
I can light things on fire if that's what you need.
I'm asking you to, using your knowledge of that spell, help me make a magic. I made one already, and it will unsheath the sword. I need your help making this one because I don't have a thunderstorm or a firestorm on me at the moment.
I love how he says on me.
All right, I'll gladly lend my assistance.
Yeah, Shuffle basically turned Vax rooms into a basically makeshift work.
Is this going to be another incident like the crow's nest?
Yes.
It won't
She was
take long.
there and she knows.
I won't need her for that long. I just need her to do the first initial sketches of the spell with me, imbue some of the magic from it, and then I should be good. From how I know Guru rules making magic items. Because you said if the person has the spell and you're making it with them, it's a lot easier.
That question was in character. She looks at Shuffle. Wait, what?
Would she?
Yeah, she's asking, is this going to be another incident like the crow's nest?
Crow's nest. He just goes. He like looks up, thinking, and he goes. He just writes on the whiteboard.
Right, what? Cut out.
Shouldn't.
Okay. Her main concern is she saw fire and they're on a wooden boat.
Can you pay me for my assistance? Because I keep getting an awful lot of requests to use my fire spells.
He hands you 1 gold piece.
Oh, thank you. What do you need? You want me to cast it right here, right now?
He shakes his head no and gestures to come down to his workshop.
Okay, so I'm not just following along with Shuffle.
I'll stay above deck. I'm literally here as like crowd control in case a fire starts.
I mean, Ford, I think, would like to hang out with you.
I do keep go down below deck. Go, Miss Mischievous.
They go.
It's not hard to see that her ears are red right now, so I'm sure Nostra gets a nice little laugh at her fucking expense.
Oh my. Guru.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get my DM?
I did not. Did I? I should have. One second here. Yes, I did get that. So yes, that's what you were doing during all this.
Oh, we're gonna light this entire boat on fire, aren't we?
You know what I'm making, right?
No.
Trying to.
I imagine I can guess, but...
Glove blast.
Glove blasting, of course. That is going to take you time and money, just so you are aware. And that's not going to be something you can just do here, just so you're aware as well of that.
Okay.
We can light the boat on fire if that's what you're interested in. Actually, no, you shouldn't do that, because then Ford's going to be mad at me. Shit.
Also,
I need Ford. I need Ford to get to Caleb.
You'll hand a note to Alex and
You
just
don't know
says,
about Caleb.
Money.
I mean, yes, but out of character. But also, Nostra's like, this is... he's also the boss of the boat, and she needs to be on the boat to get places. So she's like, all right, maybe not.
Yeah. Gives Alex a note that says, "Can I have
allowance, please?"
I'm looking to start a business venture. You see. Paris.
Paris, you here?
Paris.
She said BRB real quick in the role playing chat.
It has passed. Oh, never mind.
We're waiting a second. It's an important question. I mean, Shuffle.
Are we trying to get money from Alex?
But Guru, just so you know, it's not going to be pure magical. I'm also basing it off of mechanical aspects. I'm going to use the wiring, the insulation, and I do have the rough Iron Man like repulsor looking thing, but it's just like basically a good heat conductor circle made of metal.
Yep.
So he's.
It'll still
he's
take time.
Yeah, I know it's still take time, but there's gonna be a chance for it to basically misfire. So I'm asking, could it not make it cost as much money since I'm doing it mechanically?
I'll see how things go. With where you are on the island, to even get the parts to do that, you would not be able to do that until you get back to the mainland.
I mean, he got the parts. Well, the parts he already stayed.
For using the magical components, no, he does not. He's got the parts to make the gauntlet itself, majority, but not enough to put in the parts that actually conduct the magic. So there are some pieces he will need to get from the mainland before he can complete this.
Every time Shuffle tries to do anything, there's another reason why we shouldn't be on this island.
Yes, mostly because you guys keep going and trying to not listen to the advice that's given to you guys, because you guys love to dick around with other stuff.
He doesn't like that Thieves Guild guy. I'm sorry.
He's
I mean,
not
hold
supposed to.
Tenebris has a reason to stay on this island,
Yes.
okay? So, you know.
Oh, Paris is typing.
Then again, we met you today.
I just thought of a way for Mia to
Yeah.
figure out what she wants to figure out.
Hey, Paris, you missed Shuffle basically saying he wants to start a business venture. Would you be willing to invest?
This is really suspenseful music for like this thing.
I don't know if she's here.
I mean, to be fair, we're
I was fucking muted! God damn it!
suddenly screaming Paris. Welcome back.
So yes,
Okay, you cut out at the last bit of that sentence. I heard willing to, and then I couldn't hear the last word.
willing to give money. He's starting a business venture, and he really needs money because currently, since he just gave Nostra a gold piece, he has no money.
You know, I'm real generous, so fuck it. Just hands you a bag of 100 gold.
Tight. Okay.
Just
Now I
don't.
currently have 100 gold pieces on me. Yes, I had one gold piece.
I believe it.
That gun was expensive, man.
I believe it.
Oh yeah, that was not
Don't
meant to be
burn down the
cheap.
ship. That's all she asked, not to destroy the ship.
He'll take the gold, pocket it, and just write down, I'll try, but no.
That's all I ask. I'm going to go to 4 because I have a question for him.
Okay.
You're welcome, Oz.
By the way, the
Oh,
crow's
thanks.
back on her shoulder, because I feel
Oh.
it's safe.
Hello, Queen. She just scratches underneath its beak. I almost said chin, but do birds technically have chins?
Technically.
Okay.
Chin, chin.
She scratches like the underside of the beak then.
Okay, so you...
Or I have a
into-
question for you.
Yeah.
You mentioned you had quite a few friends from what I could tell. Well, quite a few by your standards.
To say the least.
You have... She's like counting on her fingers because I'm counting on my fingers. You have 4 people here. Doesn't seem like a lot. Are there more people?
The area we went through kind of, I suppose a way of putting it might be that they capsized. Not all of us made it to the same area, and hopefully they were able to get out as well. I can't say if they're still there or if they're going to make it as well. Right now I'm just looking around, keeping my eyes open.
So, taking the Optimus route, they're somewhere in this world and you just haven't found them.
Either that, or they're on a different plane of existence, which is why I'm just trying to figure things out, if you catch my drift.
Again, Optimus route. Why are you holed up in here again?
In my room?
Yes.
Oh, he motions you over.
Okay.
At his captain's desk, he has a map spread out. I got this from one of the local folks. was trying to get a better idea of what exactly was going on here, because they keep mentioning stuff about things on the other side of the island and things like that. Unfortunately, their cartographer, well, I wish I had Shuffle to make this map instead of him, let's just put it that way. That
You
being
could just
said,
ask him to make you a map.
I don't think he's proficient with making maps, and he hasn't seen the whole island. I mean, hell, unless he's snuck off to go look around the whole place, I don't think any of us do. But I see here, he taps it. There's a circular basin for where you guys currently are, and he kind of taps his finger gently. This is where we currently are. It's where this little city-looking thing is. And on the other side, he taps the other side of the map. This is where the other village is. They got a lot of forest and stuff between here and there, and to actually get around there, we'd have to actually come out of port and go around, or we'd have to take one of these little squiggly lines. I think they're meant to be mountain passes, because they didn't have a way to read this map, sadly.
Would I be able to piece what is what on this map?
Make an intelligence check.
Watch you fail. Knew it.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, it's a good map. Like, it's not like so terrible that you can't guess what it is meant to be. Like, Ford's doing the same thing as you at the moment, but also there's no way to distinguish like what's above ground, what's below ground. Like, there's a third city in the center of the island, but it doesn't say if it's like on top of the mountain, if it's below the mountain. And there's actually another one that's more towards the north side of the island, which again does not mark if it's above or below.
When did you get this map?
I got it just the other day. I was figuring I should review this to...
Okay, so I have a question for you, and maybe I'm just making assumptions here. You've been trying to figure this map out for a while, right?
At least a day, yeah.
Why didn't you just ask the innkeeper who lives here for help?
To be fair, have you seen his place at the moment?
Yeah, I know, I've been helping him. That doesn't mean that you can't ask. There are 1,000 locals in that bar!
Yeah, well, after what happened on my boat, he crosses his arms, kind of leans back. Didn't exactly feel, very trusting of people I just met. You, I trust. Hell, I even trust Tarian more than I trust most people in there. And, yeah.
Just gonna roll it up. Come on, we're going back to the end. I am not about to base it on some bullshit guessing when I can just ask the local. I don't understand what it is with men and asking directions. Like, this is all being said as she walks out.
He's like stumbling after you, like, it's not that I'd have an issue asking directions, it's just I prefer to have an idea of where I'm going before we get there. That's why I had the map bought. Hey, Tarian. Hey, Ford.
And this is why we asked people for help.
D's nuts. It's gotta mean something. Maybe the D is meant to see it.
No.
So
Please.
So you guys can begin making your way up. Are you guys going?
How big is Ford?
He's a medium-sized
Like his
person.
weight.
I would know specifically from the.
From what
Take
I
a-
remember, he's lightly husky. He's not like he's built in a way, but he's
Yeah.
lightly husky.
Lightly husky. Yeah, that's.
To
good way
take
to
a
describe it.
wild guess is what I would be saying. But I'm going to assume Minnie can still carry him, so
Mhm.
calling her down.
Okay.
We're taking the faster route.
Okay. All right. We're leaving Shufflin and Nostra together alone.
Alone? Yeah, I know, it's a horrible idea, but we don't have exactly any time to be fucking around.
I didn't realize they were an item. All right.
What?
He gets on Minnie.
No, I don't. A cat and a bird, that's just weird. She's like,
I mean,
sorry, she says
so
this. I
if they have feelings for one another, I mean, I guess that's up to them.
don't know if Shuffle can.
Are you
Does
really
he
trying
even
to
know?
think? Are you even thinking about that right now? Just
You put it in my head. Like, this is just an art.
as
This
they're
is
getting
just
on the
an...
bat, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. So you guys fly back up towards the inn.
Shuffle heard that entire part of that conversation. So I'm gonna make an insight check at disadvantage to know if he knows what to talk.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And for the disadvantage, 9.
He never got to talk.
He is very confused.
Poor Shuffle!
Someone's just like,
What?
Oh my god.
We're just hanging out. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't get it.
To be fair, underage, there's a question mark for Shuffle because even he doesn't even know how old he is.
Poor Shuffle!
He could legit just be a teenager and he wouldn't even know about
You know, that would make his attitude make a whole lot more sense. I'm just gonna
He's in his
be honest.
rebellious phase.
Now I gotta look up my kid premature.
But yeah, so you guys fly back up to the inn. Honey, you've been at the inn. You've already settled in. Tenebris, you
Mature at 12.
Tenebris, you head up to the upper side. You get your stuff put in to get sent off. It does cost you 5 gold, so just mark that down.
Yep.
And then you head back down to the inn. Imnastra and Shuffle, are you guys also heading back to the inn? Or are you guys staying under the deck?
Oh my.
Butters, what's the plan?
the best shop Shuffle currently has is in the ship, so
So we're hanging out. We're trying to make a big fiery glove, so I guess that'll be fine. How long is that going to take before we have to go back?
It's going to take you some time. Give me just a second. 1 second here.
I'm guessing.
Are we doing this all in one shot? Okay, that's fine.
Oh no. We're gonna take mini breaks, and it's gonna take at least. Like, it's not gonna be a thing we can do all day, every day.
Okay, good. I don't...
Just like shuffle.
I don't know if Nostra would have like the attention span for that. That's why.
Steamy.
Nostra has people to light on fire and do.
Light on fire.
Nostra has people to smash and things to light on fire is what I mean.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a big
Valid.
move.
Yeah, valid.
Eric Hoker can only weigh up to 100 pounds. Jesus Christ.
And I'll ask Tyrion if he wants to watch us make a magic.
I mean, I wouldn't say no. He heads over just like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta see how this works.
He's so excited.
Honestly, to make this sort of magical item, let me actually pull out the Dungeon Master's Guide to see the rarity of such a thing. Because you don't have the full items to make it the full recipe, as it were, you would not be able to make this either in the time that you currently have or with the materials you currently have.
Oh no, I just plan on getting a good start.
Oh, getting a good start, of course.
Because she would know better than I would how to to keep that spell within the glove. So basically, what I'm just trying to get her to do is give me advantage on the Arcana check. I just want her. I want to become bros with him now.
Do you have Smith's Tools proficiency? Either of you?
Smith's Tools? No, I have Tinkers.
That laugh from Oz.
Okay.
not.
Make a.
Not smithing anything.
You said you were using a wire set for it, so I was double checking to see if that would be Smith's Tools or Tinker's Tools.
Tinker, I would think it's Tinker's Tools because you do a light bit of welding, but to do that fairly, I wouldn't weld. I'd get her to just basically make fire dance across her hand to heat up superheat one end of it until I can just kind of put it together and then superheat them both.
Make a Tinker's Tools check.
Can she be assisting?
I'll allow it with advantage, because she's not proficient. She's just helping out with the fire.
Oh no.
Every once in a while, anything goes well, Shuffle just looks to you and gives you. He's really excited. Is it? I don't. Would I get the +5 from my?
This is
gloves
with
for
intelligence, not from sleight of hand.
No, I was just talking about the gloves.
No. That specifically states Thieves' Tools.
Oh wait, intelligence?
Intelligence. This is making sure everything goes where you need it to go.
I'll use my luck point that I still have.
Roll it.
$11.
11. It's not going as
Just
well as you'd
start.
like, but it's a start. I'd say you spend at least an hour doing it before you kind of like decide to hold off to get to a better area to be able to put this in. Just needing put in a few extra plans of how to make it so it's easier for Nostra to do, because at a few points she actually almost melts through the metal. So you have to pull it away from her and be like, no, so it cools off in wrong
Her
ways.
her fire is blue too, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like
It's
harder
hot.
to.
So it's trying to figure out how to make sure that it's contained correctly.
Thank you in that magician voice, and he
Of
just
course.
gives you a hug. Pat. Pat. A very awkward patting.
Mm.
Right, as one does. Alright, so you give the quick pats, and you guys can head back to the inn. For everyone else,
And-
you've been able to relax in the inn. Alex, you can speak with Koyev if that's what you're looking to do.
She's going to speak with it. Does it look like the bar has calmed down somewhat?
Somewhat. Not an exceptionally large amount, but it has begun to calm down.
Okay, are there any... This is gonna sound weird, but are there any, like, nicer looking patrons sitting around?
Make an insight check.
Fucking, there we go.
There's a few people who seem nicer. Most of them look like locals rather than tradesfolk, probably from the lower level who'd come up. Let's see here if they. You wouldn't say any of them's particularly like friendly looking. They all look like they're cold and wet and tired.
Okay,
So
well then never mind
they all
that.
look a little bit crotchety.
Okay, I'm just gonna go up to him. Because I was gonna, like, if there's someone who looks nice enough, she might ask them to help Koya for a hot second. She can ask him, but fuck it, I'll just head up to him.
Okay.
Koya, sweetheart, I have a favor.
Yes, I think we're finally starting to calm down. I can take a request.
Can you help me figure out what the hell is what on this? And she, like, unfolds the map. I can't tell what's underground, what's above ground, or... It's a mess.
I mean, yes, mess. Let me take a look. He looks at it. As soon as he looks at it, you just kind of go, oh, God, no.
Why did you just make that noise? Why did you say that?
Give me a moment. Where's a pen or a... Hold on a second.
Here, she hands him a pen.
Thank you. He corks it. Very carefully begins to mark the map.
Paid
Hmm?
See, at this point, how fucking old is Koya?
He's old! I'll tell you that
He's-
much!
He's an older
he's,
Triton.
he's old.
Older? Do you mean like going into his 1,000th year being?
Oh, no, not that
No,
old.
not that old. But in terms of Tritons, you'd have to roll knowledge nature to know how old Tritons usually live for.
Can I roll for that?
I'll allow you to roll for that.
Becky. Yeah. You said, okay, I'm sorry, repeat.
Knowledge nature.
What do I roll? Okay.
So
Could I roll?
Yeah!
Am I there?
you're there. You can roll it as well.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
No.
You got Hey Arnold
Yes.
stuck in my head, you didn't even mean to.
It's Tritons. The knowledge of how long they live. I mean, that's how long they live. Don't really care too much about that. You can also roll as well, honey. You're there as well. Okay. Yeah, it's Tritons. You spent some time on the sea and such, but for the most part, it's not really something that you've really looked into or thought too much about. With the natural 20, you know that in terms of life expectancy, Tritons can live to be up to 200 plus years old.
Koyev,
Yes.
can I ask a personal question?
I'm listening.
How old are you?
Oh, fairly benign question. I'm pretty old myself. I'm actually about 175, give or take a year. Time flows a
Damn.
little bit differently when you've accidentally bumped elbows with different planes and such like that. So hopefully I'm.
You've been to different planes?
Oh, just once or twice when in my younger years before I settled down.
Is that when you got the bar?
I had to pay off a few debts first, but adventuring will do that to you.
Well, how did you get it? If you don't mind me asking, anyway.
Getting here or getting to there? Because that was just.
Getting here and the bar. I'm assuming you own it.
Oh yeah, I had several people who gave me some generous donations and really helped get me out of debt first and foremost, and then from there I was able to get the bar. I've jumped from place to place back probably before times you actually might know of. How old are you again? Forgive me, I don't mean to ask.
No, you're fine. 115.
115. Oh, so you were probably still very young when the plane seaming happened.
Would I even have to roll to remember? Because, I mean,
Yes.
15 years of age?
Yes, because it's been 100 years since then.
That's pretty traumatic. Intelligence?
Yes, it would be a history check.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. At all.
Mm.
No, you remember a decent bit. The main thing that you remember is that things used to be weirder, would be the way that it was described. Mostly because of the fact that when it comes down to this particular event, you remember that there had been a time when the sky had looked like it was breaking, and then it's like everything was being pulled apart and then was suddenly shoved back together.
Oh, right. Those weird fucking holes that would pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I actually used a few of those to get around at one point. It's actually how I ended up in the elemental planes. That was a weird place, let me tell you. Also where I met some nice people, nice folk. That being said, yeah, just I've been around.
You been to any other plane? I mean,
a few.
I've heard of one place called the Astral Plane. She's playing dumb, by the way. Yes.
Would not recommend. Don't go back there.
You've been there.
Once.
Gonna guess that wasn't.
There was a creature in there that I saw, and I was very happy to be away.
Once everything's calmed down, you and I need to get a drink together. We could just talk my ear off, because you seem like you've had some fun time.
Yeah, might be fun. We'll definitely have to talk. Yeah. But that being said, as he marks down the map, I'll say that's a good place to end the episode.
Went so fast.
Your thirst
You're welcome,
Can't
can't
hide
be
from me
contained.
forever.
You're welcome, Oz.
Where is he? Oh, thank you.
Your
Actually.
thirst can be contained.
That was a really good session.
Yep.
Or something. I'm gonna cry really
Oh,
hard.
the session ended.
Yes, the session is
love
now
that.
over. Yes.
Did I miss anything?
Koyev is 170 something, and he
Yeah, I
was
saw that. Yeah.
yeah, he was just talking about how he's been to a few places.
Caleb.
Caleb shaped like a friend.
I saw Oz saying the Astral Plane. I'm like, what are ways that I can work this in with total bullshit? There we go.
Guru, I swear to fucking God, if Caleb's dead, I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna do anything but cry. I can't kill Guru. I would never do that. I love him.
Literally,
too,
when we
Oz.
joined this morning, you were like, I plan to assassinate her. Oh.
It was a joke. That was a well-timed joke.
Very well timed joke, of course. Hard. But thank you everyone so much for watching. I will be doing Elements in Shadow in a little bit as well for those who are on stream. For those who are watching in the future, I do stream that as well. And yeah, leave us a comment.
Subscribe
Subscribe to keep up with the content. And leave a
Please,
comment.
please
Let us know what
sponsor
you've
us.
done. Yes, that too. All that fun stuff. So we
Donate
can,
$10 to let Oz get Caleb.
oh no.
I'm doing my best to help Oz with my limited resources.
Likes, and Guru has to put Caleb in the game.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh, please. I don't want to do.
sad. Can we get?
I will actually cry.
She's gonna start wailing. I don't know. I love you to death, Don, but I don't know if Don himself would have the heart to kill anybody.
I have a big knife, and I'm not gonna do anything with it, but just know it's there.
Kill him.
Oh.
And in the
No,
meantime,
I have to be.
we love you guys. We'll see you next week.
See you.